ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति सुखदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतये श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for today's session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 28th chapter, from sloka number 29 onwards. So in yesterday's class we discussed how a Nikrushta yogi, that means the yogi who didn't get the association of the devotees and his krupa, the one who doesn't get krupa of the Mahan Bhakta. So such a devotee cannot understand the pleasure of the Lord's beautiful form, pleasure derived from the Lord's beautiful form, and such a Mandabuddhi yogi. So he is withdrawing his mind by making it as an iron hook from the Lord's beautiful form, and so that it is not getting the any kind of object for the meditation, because such a mind will not go back once again to the material objects, and also it is not allowed to go on to the beautiful form of the Lord. So then, because of not having the object for the meditation, mind will be seized. That means laya will happen, laya of the mind will happen. That means it will be seized completely. So in that state, so this person is, like example is also given how the mind is seized. For that example is given, there is a lamp in the wicks when they are lit, that will be burning, and finally that fire will be burn the entire wick and also along with that oil in that lamp. The same way, since there are no vishayas for the mind, so mind will be completely seized. So then, in that case, this he will be realizing. So immediately, then he will be realizing what himself. So next to the mind, what is there? That means next to the subtle body. So soul is there. So he will be experiencing the soul. And but this kind of yogis, they will not get the Paramatmanubhava moksham. Paramatmanubhava moksham they will not get. They will be getting the only Pratyagatma moksha. That means they are Atma Ramas. They are always dwelling in their own self. So such a pleasure only they will be getting. So then after that mind is not there. So then they are getting this pleasure. Such a people till what time they will be in this body? So as per their prarabdha, so when this body is created, this is created based upon the prarabdha karma. So till that karma is there, this body will be existing. Once the karma is over, then body will be finished. Cross body will be finished. And subtle body is already ceased. Laya happened. So then he will be liberated like this. This is the discussion we have done in yesterday's class. From here onwards, we have to go for the another So topic I said we are going to discuss. Let me share my screen. Yes, mother.
ఇంకా ఆయువు ఉండగా క్రాస్ బాడీ ఉండగా అని ఒకవేళ గెట్టింగ్ రిడ్ ఆఫ్ ద సర్కిల్ మైండ్ అలాంటి వాళ్ళని జీవన్ముక్త అంటారు కదా. వీళ్ళని అలా అనొచ్చా మరి?
వీళ్ళు కూడా జీవన్ముక్తులే.
సుఖదేవ గోస్వామి
yes, Sukadeva Goswami like that. Chatushka Maharaj.
Only mind and all other
all subtle elements. Yeah. Just 1 second, I will blur it. So now 39 sloka. यथा पुत्राच्च वित्ताच्च पृथग्मत्यः प्रतीयते अप्यात्मत्वेन अभिमतात् देहादेहे पुरुषस्तथा. Because of great affection for family and wealth, one accepts his son and some money as his own. And due to affection for the material body, one thinks that it is his. But actually, as one can understand that this family and wealth are different from him, the liberated soul can understand that he and his body are not the same. So here we are discussing here we are going to discuss mumukshu. Already we have seen the how yogi can get the liberation. That is done. Now just once again it is being said, Pratibodhartha mumukshubhi nityameva bhavyam. So to get the Atma realization, the aspirants of the liberation, what they should do, that is being said in the 3 slokas, 39, 40 and 41. That means the one who is desiring for the moksha, what they should do. Mumukshus, that means the one who is desiring liberation. So such a person, what they should do, that is being discussed. Nityam vibhavyam, pratibodhartham mumukshubhi nityam vibhavyam ityaha. So they have to see like this. So how they have to see? That is being said, because of great affection for family and wealth, one accepts a son and some money as his own. And due to affection for the material body, one thinks that it is his. That means the son is only he. Like that he thinks. Otherwise, this wealth is only he. That wealth and he himself are not different. Like that. So materialistic person thinks. But Mumukshu should see the difference between these two. So how son is different from the himself, similarly he should see, so this body is different from soul. So like that he has to see. But out of ignorance only we think that my son and me are not different, my wealth and me are not different. But actually they are different. Similarly, only out of ignorance only one thing that so this body and he are same. But actually one should see difference between body and soul. That is being said here. Is it clear?
we are discussing diagram.
The aspect, in our diagram. So these who are going to get the liberation, the left side people.
Already in the part.
Huh?
Already those are in the part.
Who already finished Nishkama Karma Yoga, and so they left the house, and now they should not get any further attachment for the children and family also. They should maintain. That means they have no attraction for the results of the karma. But not only that, they have to achieve the detachment from the family and the children also, and so and so. So they have to see the difference between himself and that, and also he should see difference between himself and body. The status of real knowledge is explained in this verse. There are many children, but we accept some children as our sons and daughters because of our affection for them. Although we know very well that these children are different from us. Similarly, because of great affection for money, we accept some amount of wealth in the banks as ours. In the same way, we claim the body is ours because of affection for it. It is said that it is my body. I then extended that possessive concept and say it is my hand, my leg, and further it is my bank balance, my son, my daughter. But actually, I know that the son and the money are separate from me. It is the same with the body. So see how the son sometimes out of ignorance we claim that my son is myself. Like that we say, my wealth is myself. Like that we claim out of ignorance, but they are different. Similarly, out of ignorance, we claim that body is mine, me, body is me. Like that also we claim, but one should see the difference between body and himself. So it is the same with the body. I am separate from my body. It is a question of understanding, and the proper understanding is called pratibuddha. So proper understanding is known as pratibuddha. By obtaining knowledge in devotional service or Krishna conscious, one can become liberated soul. Next sloka. यथोल्मुखात् विस्फु यथोल्मुखात् विस्फुलिङ्गा धूमात् वापि स्वसम्भवात् अप्यात्मत्वेन विमता यथाग्निः पृथक् उल्मुखात्. The blazing fire is different from the flames, from the sparks, and from the smoke, although are intimately connected because they are born from the same blazing wood. There is an example is given to make us to understand what. So to understand, to make us to understand the supreme truth, absolute truth is different from the body, is also different from the Maya, is also different from the soul, and also it is so yeah, it is different from all these. So to make us to understand this, Paramatma, Jivatma, Maya, and the effects of the mind. What are that? So false ego, intelligence, mind. These, 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 these. That means they are all different actually. So to make us to understand, example is given. Through example, it is being said. Paramatma is different from Jivatma, Maya, and effects of the Maya. That is being said through this example. What example is given here? Fire. So the spulinga, that means sparks, and wood. Next, smoke. In the place of it, everything looks like one. When ignorantly, if you see, so it's everything like there is a wood is there, and that is burning with the fire, and from that fire, there is smoke is also coming, and some small sparks also coming out. But everything, if you see, it looks like just is a fire. There is fire is there, you see. But actually, fire is different from so wood. Also, it is different from the sparks. It is also different from the smoke. So through this example, so Paramatma is different from the Jivatma, Maya and false ego is being explained in these two slokas. So in the 40 and 41st sloka. That means Mumukshu should maintain this kind of knowledge actually. You should see the difference between body and soul, and also you should see Paramatma is, that means absolute truth is also different from the soul. So this kind of knowledge he has to cultivate. Nanu yatha putravittadibhyah martyah prutak avastitah drishyate nata dehendriyadibhyo jivatmanopi sakashat paramatma prutak katam avagantavyam ityah. So we have seen in previous example, in the previous sloka, example is given to make us understand what difference between the soul and body. So example, what is given? So the person who is attached to his son, he thinks that son is he himself. But actually son is different from he himself. So using that example, we have seen the difference between soul and body. Now in this 40th sloka, what we are seeing, how this soul is also different from Paramatma is being explained by the another example. What is that example? The sapphire, which is burning the wood and which is having the releasing of the smoke and also sparks. Using this example, soul, Paramatma is also different from the soul, is being explained. Okay, it's clear? Yatha Shabdasya Ulmuka, these are all no need. So Ulmukas Dahyamanat Kashtat Yatha Agnihi Pratak Bhavati Yatha cha Ulmukat Pratak Tatha Vispulingadaphi Pratak Yatha cha Vispulingat Pratak Tatha Dhumadapi Swakaryat Pratak Kidrushat Atmatvena Agniswarupatvena Avimatadapi. What is said here? This fire is different from, like now wood is burning. So fire is burning this wood. But if you see, this fire is different from wood. The same way this fire is also different from the sparks. And the same way this fire is different from the smoke. This is the example is given. Using this example, you have to see the next sloka. How to, that example is applied in the next sloka. So, and we can use that example. What is that? भूतेन्द्रियान्तःकरणा प्रधाना जीवसंहिता आत्मा तथा पृथक् द्रष्टा भगवान् ब्रह्म संहितः. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Param Brahma, is the seer. He is different from the Jiva soul or individual living entity, who is combined with the senses, the five elements, and consciousness. Okay. So here that example is applied, and what is taught to us? How the fire is different from the wood and sparks and smoke. Similarly, this Param Brahma is different from the Jivatma, and also is different from the Maya. So that means Jivatma is always with this Maya, and Maya is having products of the ego and intelligence and so on. So from all this Paramatma is different. So that is being taught to us in these two slokas, 40 and 41st. So next we will be seeing any purpose. Okay, we'll read this purpose. A clear conception of the complete whole is given here. The living entity is different from material elements, and the supreme living entity, the personality of Godhead, who is the creator of the material elements, is also different from the individual living entity. This philosophy is propounded by Lord Chaitanya as Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Everything is simultaneously one with and different from everything else. The cosmic manifestation created by the Supreme Lord by his material energy is also simultaneously different and non-different from him. The material energy is non-different from Supreme Lord, but at the same time, because that energy is acting in different way, it is different from him. Similarly, the individual living entity is one with the different from the Supreme Lord. This is simultaneously one and different. Philosophy is perfect conclusion of the Bhagavad school. Compared to other philosophies, this is the most perfect. Brahma, that means if you see Madhvas, they have only the Vedavadis. And Vishishta Advaitins, Sri Vaishnavas, they are more emphasized than Advaita. Vishishta Advaita, but that is. So that is oneness only, but it is having the attributed oneness. That means more emphasis on the Advaita. But there is no Achintya in their philosophy. Achintya they will accept, but in the wording it is not mentioned. Achintya word is not mentioned. Ramanujiyas, they are having the Avayada, they are accepting, but and they say attributed Vishishta Advaita means attributed oneness. So that is also establishing the Veda. Attributes are there means Veda is there. But Achintya is missing actually. But that's why it's more close. Our philosophy is more close with whom? Dvaitins are the Advaitin, Ashishta Advaitins, Vishishta Advaita philosophy. Samana Pantaha. Jiva Goswami writes in his Tattva Sandarbha in Sarvasamvadini comment. So we are and Vaishnavas both are having the Samana Panta. Vaishnava means generally Sri Vaishnavas. That's the name is given to them dedicatedly. So their path and our path is similar because Veda and Abheda both are there. But in the case of the Madhvas, emphasis is more and more on Dvaita, difference only. But there also there is no word of Achintya. So, but if you see Swabhavika Bheda, whose philosophy this is? Nimbarkas. And Vallabhacharyas, they Shuddha Advaita. So, pure goodness. What about the Sankarites? What is the difference between this Advaita? So, Vallabha followers and Sankara followers. There is also Advaita. This Advaita is what? Shankaracharya's Advaita. Kevala Advaita. And their Advaita is Shuddha Advaita. But ours is Achintya Bheda Bheda. Without accepting the word Achintya, it's not possible to justify any philosophy actually. Any philosophy will not become complete. If anyone want to do the research on this, they can do. Take up the 4 philosophies and everyone should, ultimately, every philosophy should accept the 3 features. Bheda, Abheda and Achintyatva. The other philosophies also will become more, that means, so clear by accepting the Achintya word. From Advait, Madhvas, they should accept the Abheda also, and they should also accept Achintya. Ramanujiyas, they should accept Achintya. And Swabhavika Bheda, they should also accept not only just Swabhavika, they should accept Achintya. Swabhavika Bheda, they are saying. They should accept Achintya Bheda. So ultimately, all the sampradayas should come and merge into Lord Chaitanya's philosophy. That's why Bhakti Thakur is saying, after a few centuries, that means very soon, there is only one religion actually, only Krishna conscious. Chaitanya philosophy only is standing. All other sampradayas will come and merge into this. Yeah, by teaching this philosophy, Achintya Bheda, in a technical way. ऐसा नहीं कि जहाँ जो याद नहीं समझ में नहीं आता है उसको अचिंत्य बोलना, ऐसा नहीं. That is our way. Wherever we are not able to understand and not able to explain, then we say simply Achintya. No. But it has to be explained the way our Acharyas, Jiva Goswami was teaching in Sarva Samvadini Tika. So very clearly, very properly he was teaching. That has to be but promoted actually. Now nobody is studying such a books, philosophical books. So because of this, what is happening? Our own acharyas are writing so many literature, and academically also we all know that Vedanta means Shankara Vedanta. But compared to that, we have very powerful Vedanta Bhashya by our acharyas, Baldev Vidyabhushan. But still there is no so much well known or famous of that to the society, because we don't have any interest of, हमारा दादा परदादा सभी बहुत रिच वाले हैं, लेकिन हम लोग गरीब की जैसे जी रहे हैं एक्चुअली. वी आर लिविंग लाइक ए पुअर मैन. हमारा दादाजी का संपत्ति बहुत है, परदादा जी की और दादाजी की और भी संपत्ति बहुत है, लेकिन उसको हम लोग खोल के यूज कर ही नहीं रहे. पेटी में रख के ताला बंद करके हम गरीब हैं, हमके पास कुछ नहीं, हमको केवल कीर्तन आता है. कीर्तन तो करना है, but why not open this literature actually? Some intellectuals has to study for this, and then only when we write the more number of papers on this, when you encourage this more and more in the scholarly world also, if it is so more and more known to everyone, definitely this has a lot of potential. Everyone will accept very soon. Then all the sampradayas will come and become Chaitanya Sampradaya, merge into this Chaitanya Sampradaya. It will not happen automatically, but it will happen when there is a promotion of this philosophy, because it is having very richness. Only thing is, only we should followers has to take it up and write the commentaries on once again on Sarva Samvadini. Write the commentary on Kramasandarbha. Write commentary on Sarada Darshini. One should write commentaries on this in Sanskrit. And also one should define the pramanas very strictly. So also the deep analysis of the pramanas should be done as per the Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. So when this is being done, and in the scholarly world also we should publish so many papers on this, then it is a great preaching actually. When you are able to convince the topmost intelligent people in the society, that is a more powerful preaching than the छोटा मोटा लोगों को पकड़ने से बहुत बड़ा ये नहीं होता है एक्चुअली. सोसाइटी का बदलाव नहीं आएगा. वो भी तो चलना है, मास का प्रीचिंग भी चलना है, बट क्लास प्रीचिंग नहीं करेंगे, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रीचिंग. तो यूनिवर्सिटीज में जो प्रोफेसर्स है, यू शुड हैव अ डिबेट विद देम शास्त्रार्थ. So by projecting your philosophy as the highest philosophy, but we are completely neglecting the entire area. That zone is completely neglected. The result will be the philosophy. The religion without philosophy is a sentiment. Sentimental devotion is going to come very soon. Already came. So this sentimental devotion will not go for a long time. So because of the sentimental devotion, there will be quarrel among the neophytes. These are without having the proper strong understanding on the philosophy. They will be all like neophytes and without having the proper eyes to see that fact. अंधे दूसरे अंधे से लड़ते हैं या नहीं लड़ते? हाथी को पकड़ के वो एक अंधा बोलता है ये दीवार है, दूसरा अंधा बोलता है ये खंबा है, और दूसरा बोलता है ये सांप है, और दूसरा बोलता है ये रस्सी है. ऐसे अंधे लोग जैसे लड़ते हैं, वैसा ही जब जिसके if we don't have sufficient knowledge and if you don't study our scriptures thoroughly and don't get the proper understanding on the common understanding, because there is only one understanding, and if everyone study thoroughly, then everyone will become one understanding people. Then there is a cooperation. But if you try to cooperate, if you make others to be cooperated to you with the cheap tricks, just by giving the name, fame, position, with these three cheap tricks, if you try to motivate and if you try to achieve the cooperation, that will not retain for the long time. That society will be collapsing very soon. Very soon it will happen actually. And that's why you should bring the commonality between among the people by educating them. So either education or the control, but we should educate. Don't have such a Sudras, they should be controlled, but the Brahmanas, they should be educated. By bringing the strong education in the society, there will be a commonality, there will be common understanding. Then everyone will see the fact as it is, and everyone understand the mood and mission of the previous acharyas. Then will be strong cooperation. Otherwise, blind people will fight each other, neophytes. All the time quarrelsome, and we'll lose our energy just mitigating these misunderstandings among the people. Take the permanent solution of educating the society. That's why we need to study our shastras very deeply. Then you will understand everything. So we should also, these philosophies our philosophy has to be promoted. Many all should do the PhDs. On our philosophy, they should do PhD actually. not in others' philosophy. So you should do PhD in our philosophy. So it will be counted actually. In the society, this PhD in the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, these many PhDs are done. Like Buddhist, they become so famous because they on their philosophy, it is not at all having any life. Sunyavadam. And but millions and thousands of PhDs are there. On the Advaita philosophy, thousands of research papers are there. And that's why everyone know that. If you go and ask what is India means, Shankaracharya and Advaita philosophy. This only everyone knows. Hindu culture means they know this. Why they are not knowing? Gaudiya Vaishnava is the Sanatana Dharma means Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Philosophy Vedanta means Govinda Bhashya. Philosophy means Achintya Veda Veda. Why it is not known to the society? हम लोग चुप बैठे हैं एक्चुअली बस खाना पीना और जो भी है थोड़ा सा नाचो जो बच गया और जाके सो जाओ और बढ़िया से खाओ यही इससे नहीं यही नहीं एक्चुअली you should do study and so bring out the real essence whatever is given by our property is given by our acharya so much property hundreds of books are there hundreds of books. So this simultaneously one and different philosophy is the perfect conclusion of Bhagavad school. That means Vaishnava school perfect. Prabhupada is saying it's a perfect conclusion. This philosophy is conclusion for Vishishtadvaita, conclusion for Dvaita, conclusion for Swabhavika Veda, conclusion for Suddha Advaita. This is the conclusion. Living entities are compared to the spark of a fire. As stated in the previous verse, fire, flame, smoke, and firewood are combined together. Here, the living entity, the material elements, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are combined together. The exact position of the living entities is just like that of the sparks of fire. They are part and parcel. The material is compared to the smoke. So the fire is also part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. In the Vishnu Purana, it is said that whatever we can see or experience, either in the material or spiritual world, is an expansion of the different energy Supreme Lord. As fire distributes its light and heat from one place. Okay. The four principles of Vaishnava philosophy doctrine are Suddha Advaita, Dvaita Advaita, that means Swabha. Next, Vishishta Advaita and Dvaita. All four principles of Vaishnava philosophy are based on the thesis of Srimad Bhagavatam explained in the two verses. That means it looks like different and also non-different. The Jivatma is energy of the Lord, and also Paramatma is the Lord is different from this Jivatma. All these are all so actually supporting the Bhagavat. But what is the conclusion of all these philosophies? Achintya Bheda is the conclusion. Next. No. This is Swabhavika Bheda. Dvaita Advaita means here Prabhupada meaning is Swabhavika Bheda. Four. सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि ईक्षितेनान्यभावेन भूतेष्विवस्तदात्मताम्. A yogi should see the same soul in all manifestations. For all that exists is a manifestation of different energies of the Supreme. In this way, the devotee should see all living entities without distinction. That is realization of Supreme Soul. So here what is being said, Prabhupada is giving, so is the one translation. Acharyas, they can give multiple translations. So here we should see all the souls. So a yogi should see the same soul in all manifestations. From all that exists is a manifestation of different energies of the Supreme. In this way, the devotee should see all the living entities without distinction. So the main point is what? Apparently it looks like that Paramatma in every body is different. But actually, there are no that different Paramatmas are existing in the living entities. There is only one Paramatma existing, but it looks out of the body of the Jiva. He is different from one body to another body. So that is the point actually. So only one Paramatma is there. One should not see multiple Paramatmas. In the previous first sloka, what is said? So Jivatma is different from the body. That philosophy is said. For that example is given. Son and father. Example. Then after that, this Paramatma is different from this Jivatma also. That is being said. Example is what? That's a wood, fire, and so on. So now, what is being said in this sloka? This Paramatma should not be treated as different from one body to another body. But one should see same Paramatma everywhere. There is only one Paramatma. That is the point. No, one only. One Kshirodakshaya Vishnu only is there everywhere. Not the thousands of Kshirodakshaya Vishnus. No. Okay. No, that is the wrong example. We should not take. Moon and so actually the wrong example means Pratibhimbavada is a staunch philosophy of the Advaitins. Why they say Jivatma is nothing but the reflection of the Brahman on the avidyas, which are made of the antakarnas, which are made up of avidya. So it's just Jivatma is a reflection, but it is not having any real existence. It is just a reflection. And when this avidya is finished, Jivatma is also finished. But that is not the right philosophy. Jivatma is an entity actually. It's not just reflection actually. And Paramatma is also entity. And because of his Achincha Shakti, he is one and also he is there in everyone's heart actually. He is there in everyone's heart. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is existing in everyone's heart. So it is not, that means just a Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is sleeping in his Kshirosagar on the Sheshashayi and his reflection is there in everyone's heart is like that. No. He originally is existing here also in everyone's heart.
Reflection.
Huh?
Reflection and expansion and
no, he himself is existing. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu himself is existing.
And the reflection Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is one person totality. He can say that. So how he is saying every place, basically he is reflecting himself. There is multiple Kshirodakshaya Vishnus are there.
No, one only. One Kshirodakshaya Vishnu.
Neither reflection nor expansion is such a
Kshirodakshaya Vishnu only, na? So he is the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu only. Everywhere he is existing. So the point is, it's not that the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is who is there in that is different Kshirodakshaya Vishnu in my heart is a different Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. No. One Kshirodakshaya Vishnu simultaneously can exist in the multiple places. That is the thing actually. But this Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is different from the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Because he is the expansion of we say these are all the expansions, but these are all Swayam Prakashas of the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, but not the expansions.
There is no difference.
There is no difference. Yeah, that's the Swayam Prakasha, not the expansion. Expansion means there's a difference between the manifestation, energy Taratamya, Shakti Taratamya is needed actually.
for calling it expansion.
Then to call it expansion. Shakti Taratamya. So in the manifestation, there should be the energy difference. If you see the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, there is the energy difference. So what kind of energy difference? In the case of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, multiple, that means Sahasra Shishas are there. But in the case of the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, only one had 4 hands. But he is having the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu thousands of hands. So that's why there is a difference is there in the energy manifestation. Then only it is called it as amsha, or otherwise amshi means taratamya, shakti prakatya taratamyam is needed actually. But Kshirodakshaya Vishnu here there is same. So that's why it's not said as an expansion. No, it's one only. But it is a Swayam Prakash. He is manifesting everywhere.
Forms.
I like that.
Let us say
Yes.
But their
Like
form
in,
also same, no?
huh?
Their form also same.
Yeah. So there also Tadatmya and Swayam Prakasha, there is also little bit differences there. So it is completely one single Sai Vishnu is multiply is appearing. Like one Krishna in the Dwaraka, so he's also there in the 16,108 houses. Only one Krishna. Ekena Vapusha. It is said as one Vapusha, one body. But is there in all different places. Like that, here Shirusra Vishnu is. So that is the point he is saying. One should not see he is different from the body to body. No, only one is there. Sarvabhuteshu chatmanam, sarvabhutani chatmani, ikshde ananya bhavena bhutveshva tadatmatam. So that's why evam sarvasmat paramatmanam pratak bhutam vibhave tasya sarva vastunam karanatvam layasthanatvam cha pashyadityaha. Paramatmanam pratak bhutam. Sarvasmat means everywhere Paramatma is there. Like that one should realize. And he is different from that everything. And he is the Layasthanam and also Karanasthanam. Karanatvam Layasthanatvam cha Pashye. That Paramatma is only the cause and that Paramatma is only the destination for this entire creation. So everything will go and merge into that Paramatma only. So that's it. Like that one should see. Okay, next sloka only. स्वयोनिषु यथा ज्योतिरेकं नाना प्रतीयते योगिना योनिनां गुणवैषम्य तथात्मा प्रकृतौ स्थितः. As fire is exhibited in different forms of wood, so under different conditions of the modes of material nature, the pure spirit soul manifests itself in different bodies. But this soul, one soul, can go to the different yonis and get the different bodies. Now, this is being said. That means one should not think that so when we change the body, soul is also changing. No, the same soul is getting the different bodies because of the karma. And also in the many bodies, there is only one Paramatma. Paramatmanah pratideha vartitvena nanatva pratitir Badra Badra Abhadradi Pratirischa Navastavi Ityaha. Swayenishu Kasteshu Jyotir Agnihi Gunavaishamyat Dairya Dairya Rasa. That means Dirga. Dairya actually. Dairya Rasatva Vikramarjana Gandha Rupadi Bhedat. So Prakruto Deha Atma Paramatma Tathaiva. Actually, here you see one thing, Jivatma can like that also can take Prabhupada is one is going parallel to the philosophy. Actually. He is explaining another axioms of our philosophy. Vishwanath is explaining another axioms of our philosophy. So here is what that Paramatma is looking, of course, like fire, as fire exhibited in different forms of wood, so under different conditions of the modes of material nature, the pure spirit soul manifests itself in different bodies. The pure spirit soul manifests in itself in different bodies. This is the one thing. You can take the one Paramatma also looks like differently. Like also you can take the half of this. Like in the small ant also Paramatma is there. In the big elephant also Paramatma is there. So the same fire is there in the when you burn some wood and also when you burn some tire and when you burn something else, so it will be like the cow dung cakes. The same fire because of the wood, it looks differently. That's the same Paramatma is there in every body, but it looks apparently different Oh, in the small and Paramatma may be small, and in the big it will be big. Angushta Parimanam. So according to the elephant, it is a big, but it is not different. But actually, it is only one only because of the amount of the fuel. Sometimes the fire will be so high, and wood is more, then more fire, and the wood is very less, then the less fire. But you cannot say that fire is different. Fire is one only. So similarly, you should not say that Paramatma is different, but Paramatma is one only. So similarly, here Prabhupada is using here the advantage of saying that soul can go to the different bodies, but soul is one only, but it is not changing from body to body. So when it will go to the another body, the soul is not changing. The same soul is there. That's the point. It is to be understood that the body is designated. Prakriti is an interaction by the three modes of material nature. And according to these modes, someone has a small body and someone has a very large body. For example, the fire in a big piece of wood appears very big, and in a stick, कुछ है क्या इधर डालेंगे. And someone has very large body. For example, the fire in a big piece of wood appears very big, and in a stick, the fire appears small. Actually, the quantity of fire is the quality of the fire is the same everywhere. But the manifestation of material nature is such that according to the fuel, the fire appears bigger and smaller, and also quality also looks differently. But fire is fire only, one fire only. Similarly, the soul is in the universal body, although of the same quality, is different from the soul in smaller body. The small particles of soul are just like sparks of large soul. The greatest soul is the super soul, but the super soul is quantitatively different from the small soul. Nityo Nityananda. Okay. क्या चल रहा है इससे? नहीं फर्स्ट और नहीं कैमरा चल रहा है अच्छा क्या ये कहाँ रहा था ये प्रभु जी ये जो है ये जो दिख रही ये now it's good. Thus, the smallness or greatness of different souls is described in Varaha Purana as Swamsha Vibhinamsha. Swamsha souls is the supreme personality of God, and Vibhinamsha souls are small particles, are eternally small particles, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Next, Vibhinamshas. So both are actually, see, Swamshas and Vibhinamshas, both are Chit only. But the problem is, the difference is, Vibhinamsha Chit is qualitatively is not like that. That means it can be suppressed by the Maya. It can be covered by the Maya. But Swamsha cannot be covered by Maya. So Swamshas, Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is there in the Swamsha. That means Parabrahmatvam directly it is there. But in the case of Jivatma, Parabrahmatva is there in the Jivatma also, not directly. It is Parabrahma, being the energy of the Lord, it is Parabrahma. Aham Brahmasmi, we say, yes, Jivatma is also Brahman, not Sakshat, directly it is not Brahman. You're understanding? So it is Brahman, sometimes you can see the Upanishads. So Aham Brahmasmi, I am also Brahman. So that is true. But how it is true? Not directly, but being the energy of the Lord, and that energy is different from the not different from the energetic Shakti, Shaktimato, Veda, Vedo, Taucha, Achintyo, Sarupatah Abhinnatvena Chintayatum Ashakyatvat, so Abheda, Abhinnatvena Chintayatum Ashakyatvat Veda. So we cannot think this energy, that means Jivatma is also energy of the Lord. You cannot think that this is different from Him. And also you cannot think that it is not different from the Lord. Since we are not able to think that it is different from the Lord, so that's what is established. Since we are not able to think that it is different from the Lord. Abheda. So and also since we are not able to think that it is a non-different from the Lord, so what is established? Veda. Veda is there. So in that way, Jivatma, even Upanishad is saying that Aham Brahmasmi, hey, wait. You should not so simply say that so directly Jivatma is Brahman. This is having the so inner meaning. So Jivatma is Brahman, being energy of the Lord, and that energy also not different from the energetic. And also that is different also. And that difference and non-difference simultaneously existing between this energy and energetic. So Veda Abheda Sambandha is existing between the energy and energetic. So because of this, simultaneously two different contradictory things are existing at one place. So that's why we are saying it is Achintya. So philosophy is very simple actually. Even a layman can understand this philosophy. And after understanding this philosophy, it is easy to justify any Sruti Vakyam. And that's why it's a very perfect, and for the Kaliga brains, it's very easy. No need to do any so elaborate discussions. This philosophy is there, you can use this philosophy and you can say or justify any sentence. If you say Aham Brahmasmi, you can also explain that. If you say Dvasa Purana, Saido Sakayo, Samana, Vruksham Parishwadate, both are two different. That also you can explain easily. So this is Chaitanya's glorious gift for us.
Previously, we were only going with quantity and quality.
Yeah, Shakti and Shaktiman actually. Not only quantity and quality, but the Shakti and Shaktiman you should take. Jivatma is the Shakti of the Lord, and Lord is Shaktiman. And this Shakti and Shaktiman, there is no difference. And for this also simple example, it is given in the scriptures. Like the lamp is there, from that lamp there is energy coming out. What is that? Ushnata and Prakasha. So now this is a lamp. And this is lamp. This is a fire actually, which is coming out on this week. This is there, this Prakasha is there. And also heat also is there. Prakash you can find some distance far from this lamp also. This Prakasha and heat you can find from the away from the lamp also. So that's why you can say this Prakasha is different from this lamp. And also this Prakasha and heat. If you remove this lamp, can you find this Prakasha and heat? No. So that means in that way, this Prakasha and heat also not different from this lamp. So here this Shakti of this is Shaktiman. Lamp is Shaktiman and this is Shakti. This Shakti and the difference between Shakti and Shaktiman is there in everywhere actually, this material world also. That's why this philosophy, understanding of this philosophy is very easy. So many examples you can find. And simultaneously, since both are possible here, Veda and Abheda, so that's why it is achieved. You cannot discriminate absolutely, and also you cannot say one absolutely. But how it is possible? It is beyond the Tarka. But Vedavadis, like Nayayikas, they are Vedavadis. They try to establish Veda, they try to formulate the Veda. Like we quantify the physics using the mathematics in our material science. The physical phenomena are quantified by the mathematics. And similarly, the Naiyayikas, they try to define. The quantify means what they do? They try to define the Bheda actually. But we are saying, hey, don't define the Bheda, it is Achintya, gone. You're understanding? My language is understandable or not? What I am saying, Naiyayikas, what they do? They try to see the difference and they want to quantify, define that. Quantify means define. In material science, we quantify the physical phenomena. Like the potential energy, kinetic energy, we try to quantify it. Electromagnetic energy, we quantify it using mathematics. But Nayayikas, what they do? Define it. They define. They make the definition for the Veda. Atyantika Veda, Atyantika, Anyonya Abhava, Atyantika Abhava, so Prag Bhava, Pradvansa Bhava. So like this, Anyonya Bhava means the Veda actually. So using the Anyonya Bhava, they want to quantify or define the differences. And that's why we say we are not going to compete with the so-called philosophers who will try to define the Veda. And also these Advaitins, they try to see everything as one. So Madhva follows, that's why they are very much interested in the Nyaya actually. Because Nyayayikas, they see the difference and there are so many tools are there in the Nyaya. So they use that tools to make flourish their philosophy. Nyaya Sudha is also written there. So that is Veda actually. Veda is established. But we are not falling in that debates of defining the Veda. If anyone asks us, so what kind of difference is there between your Shakti and Shaktiman? If someone come and ask us, and what kind of oneness is there between can you define that? We say simply Achintya, stop it. And we say this is not possible for you to think using your logic and define it using the words. No, words are not sufficient to define this because it is Achintya, beyond the logic. But Nayayikas, the logicians, and they always ask us, hey, please define this. You are saying there is a difference between Veda, the difference between the Shaktiman and Shakti. So define it. Why they ask like this? Because according to them, everything is logic, reachable by logic. Logicians they are. So that's why even Buddhists also logicians. They are trying to think that everything is logical, understandable, logical, and that's why they are asking with the same perception. They are asking us also. You are saying the Veda. I'm very much liking you. You are also accepting Veda, but you define it. Advaitins also they say Abheda, and they are also happy with our Abheda, but you define it. But they are asking why, how it is possible simultaneously one difference between two objects? How it is possible? Nayaka says only difference is possible. Advaitins say only oneness is possible. But you are saying both, and you define it. We already defined our things. You also define it. But we said that we don't want to define. We cannot define. We cannot define. पहले से बोल दिया हम लोग अचिंत्य वर्ड लगा के रख दिए कि hey मुझे if someone come and ask me what kind of difference is there between the Shakti and Shaktiman, or what kind of non-difference is there between Shakti and Shaktiman, if anyone asks can you define it, we said before they are asking we said immediately Achintya. So now if you ask me what kind of difference is there between the Jivatma and Paramatma, you cannot define. We may say few things. It is a Kshetragna, it's only under Sarva Kshetragna like that. But can you define everything in the terms of the Nyaya? We can. And we are not interested in that side with this kind of philosophers. And we are happy because that is a fact. That is the opinion of Badarayana also. Vasudev also the same opinion. Because Bhagavad is prevailing of this philosophy. Bhagavad philosophy is Achintya Vedati. And Our author is also under Tarka Pratisthana, so many things are there. Of course, they are also using that. So, but we are very much happy. And then we don't debate so much on this. And we aspire for the rasa, Ujjvala rasa. We try to focus on that, not the fighting on these things. That is the beauty of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But don't think that they are poor in their philosophy. No. We can establish Achintya Veda, you should also accept. We can easily establish. All Vedantis can be easily defeated by the philosophy of Achintya Veda. That's why everyone should come and accept finally one philosophy, that is Achintya Veda, which is predicted by Srila Bhakti Ruta. Jivatma is Shakti and Lord is Shaktiman. So that's why Vibhinnamsha means there is no Sakshat Parabrahmatva there. But in the Swamsha, there is a Sakshat Parabrahmatva is there. That means some things we can say definitely, which are said by the Sruti. We are not manufacturing that also. We don't want to manufacture also and say these are the differences are there, these are the similarities are there. No, we are the strict followers of the Vedas. But people, they are using their so-called philosophy and try to adjust the voice of this Shruti according to their philosophy. But actually, who is first? Philosophy first or the Shruti is first? Shruti is first. But it's not that your philosophy is a magnanimous and is a everything, and all the philosophy should fit into all the Shrutis should echo your voice, whatever you are saying in your philosophy. No. Our philosophy should be fit enough to glorify the Shruti statements. That is Chaitanya's philosophy. When there is no in your philosophy, there is no abheda, only bhedavadis, Nindare. Nindare, dhire dhire. आ रहे ना ठीक है गुजो चलो आगे बढ़ेंगे तो नया चीज बोलेंगे तो नींद हट जाए दो तीन बार सुनने के बाद जिसको समझ में आया वो तीसरा बार जब सुन रहे हैं ना तो नींद में चले गए ऐसे आपने सुन लिया थोड़ा सा नींद मिलेगी दिस माइंड now 44 we should see na tasmadiman swam prakritim daivim sadasadatmikam durvibhavyam parabhavya sarupena vatishtade. Thus the yogi can be in the self-realized position after conquering the insurmountable spell of Maya, who presents herself as both the cause and effect of this material manifestation and is therefore very difficult to understand. So finally, Tasmat Prakriti eva nanatvadashaytrutva anaddakarni tam jayet. So that's why finally what is said. Ultimately, who is cause to not to see the difference between Jivatma and the body, and who is the cause to see not to see the difference between the Jivatma and Paramatma? That is only because of Maya. So that's why one should conquer this Maya that is being said in this sloka. Thus, the yogi can be self-realized position after conquering the insurmountable spell of Maya. Fact is explained from the 39, and finally, so one is not able to know these facts because of Maya, so one should conquer Maya. Like that, chapter is ended. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that the spell of Maya, which covers the knowledge of the living entity, is insurmountable. That means by the avidya. Maya is having so many energies. Vidya, avidya, prakriti. Prakriti is also product of the Maya. With these all agencies, she is making the gross manifestation of this material world, and with the avidya potency, it is covering the small jivatma is being covered by the avidya, and by using prakriti, it is giving the subtle and gross bodies. बहुत अच्छे से एकदम कहीं भी नहीं जाने देती हैं बेटा इधर ही रहो बस कुछ भी नहीं जानना है तुम मैं जो दिखाऊंगा उसी को देखो मैं जो खिलाऊंगा उसी को खाओ मैं जो सुनाऊंगा वैसे सुनो तो जीवात्मा जब तक मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेताम तरन्ति, until unless if he doesn't surrender to the Lord, he cannot come out from this maya. Even the jnanis also cannot come out. Is it true or not? Yes, you see. Thank you. 12 o'clock, please. This maya, so one can cross. Even the jnanis, they are crossing and merging into the Brahman. So can you say without surrendering to the Lord, they are crossing the Brahman? No. You remember the process, what he said? So when Vidya is also bound by the Vidya, that means Gnanam is bound by Gnanam, then what is surrounding to that? Only Bhakti. Only the Bhaktis. So Mamcha Abhya Vicharena Yogena Bhakti Yogena Sagunan Etan Samatitya Brahma Bhuyaya. He said in the 14th chapter in the Gnana Yoga process. That it means, so ultimately Jnanis also should understand, the philosophy is very clear. Ultimately Jnanis also, where is the diagram? Ultimately Jnanis also finally, so they are leaving the dependency on the Gnana also. And finally they are destroying Gnana with the Gnana. To become, because Gnana is also out of goodness. That is also will not make you to go beyond the modes. That also should be left over. So when you left over that, when you burn it by the Gnana, like the two roots are rubbed, so then fire will be burning the same woods. The same way, so this Linga Deha is caused for the Gnana, that Gnana itself is burning that Linga Deha, everything is finished. So then this Jivatma is surrounded by only the Bhakti, whatever it has done previously, that Bhakti will be this. And with that Bhakti, it has to think that only this Bhakti can take me and make me to merge into the Brahman. Such a surrenderance he should also get there. In the ending of the Brahman Velaji, at the final stage of the Brahman Velaji, he should get this kind of. So, but if he doesn't leave the attachment for the Gnana, he will never go and merge into the Brahman. No. Even the same case in the case of yogis also. So they should leave the Linga Deha also, everything, Gnana, Gnana, everything out. Then only Linga Deha will be finished. That is also because of happening, they bhakti, they meditated on the Lord's form. Smarana Rupa Bhakti, they did because of that Lord, चलो ये तो इतना रो रहे गा रहे हैं, चलो चलो दे देंगे, करके दे दिए उनको दर्द हो रहे हैं, क्यों? इनका जो मन है, so his mind became so like iron hook and he so applied on the Lord's form, is paining to the Lord, सारे ये तो रो गा रहे हैं, तो चलो दे देंगे करके. That is also out of bhakti only finally. So that's why without bhakti, mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. That statement is true in the case of devotees, jnanis, yogis, everywhere. Someone is out of this material world means there is because of the Lord.
Now we are discussing the philosophy. Sometimes in the past times, demons which are there comes they are also merging to the that is kind of who are
They also get the Sahaj Mukti. So out of their Smarana Rupa, that means that's not bhakti because Anukulyata is not there. And Lord is kind enough. And He is giving that. But if he saw little bit also some service attitude, like in the case of Putan, वो तो नर्स बन गई स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में दाई.
they also met out God samasya.
That is foundational rule that cannot be changed. So it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that the spell of Maya, which covers the knowledge of the living entity, is insurmountable. However, who surrenders unto Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, can conquer this seemingly insurmountable spell of Maya. So there is no other way. और आप कुछ भी लड़पिड़ो इस जगत में, इसकी अतिरिक्त भगवान की पूर्ण शरणागत होने के अतिरिक्त कितना भी आप प्लानिंग्स करो, कुछ भी करो, आपको शांति मिलेगा ही नहीं, आप जी सक्सेसफुल होंगे ही नहीं। कुछ भी करो, कितना दिन भी पोस्टपोन करते जाओ, पोस्टपोन ही है वो, लेकिन वो रिजल्ट तो नहीं है। So ultimately, to enter into the Suddha Bhakti, that's why if you surrender now fully Lord, and if you do devotion, then that is a pure devotion. Otherwise, even the Gnani, if you want to use the Gnani also, they also at the ending to merge, to make this soul to go and merge it with Brahman, there also they should finally understand that Bhakti is only the one doing that. But best is it, that's why we got already mercy of the pure devotees. So we understand this purpose and this thing is nothing but the association of pure devotees. These commentaries of Vishwanath and Prabhupada and all these acharyas, this atmosphere itself is surcharged with the mercy of pure devotees. This society or ISKCON society, Krishna conscious society is surcharged with the so many blessings of the pure devotees. Accept it and surrender fully to the Lord. And do whatever your duties only just for the sake of setting an exam. Don't get attached with those things. Don't think that that is life. No. So your everything you should see. That means everywhere, every situation you try to see that it's the mercy of the Lord. Even if you take the medicine for the disease, you should think that because of mercy of the Lord only disease gone. Because many people are taking the medicine but they are dying. But in your case, it's working because of mercy of the Lord. बुखार आया तो बहुत लोग तो दवाई लेते, लेकिन सब लोग को बुखार कम नहीं हो रही, आपका ही हो रहा है। बहुत लोग मर भी जा रहे दवा लेने के बाद। That's medicine. But people who are not having the faith on the Lord, they think that some other means, maybe this chemical is working for this virus and that's why it is working. This is what? This is people who doesn't have faith on the Lord directly. They try to make the other means as the result of the cause for the result. That's the lower consciousness. That's not the scientific consciousness. The real scientific consciousness is seeing the mercy of the Lord in every situation, in every deed, in every activity. That is Krishna consciousness. By studying the prayers of pure devotees, the consciousness of pure devotees, we will understand our mistakes. Like you see, you read the Prahlad Maharaj prayers to the Narsingha Bhagavan, then you will understand the way he is seeing the things. How he is seeing the material world, how he is seeing the Lord, how he is seeing the devotees. You should learn from the pure devotees. That's why you should study. ऐसा नहीं कर रहे ये तो स्टोरी बंद हो गया, ग्लोरिफिकेशन आ स्तुति, ये तो बोरिंग है। बहुत लोगों उधर ही शट डाउन करते हैं, जहां से शुरू होने वहां बंद करते हैं। From where we have to start our real attention, from there only we stop our attention. And थोड़ा सा कुछ रोमांचिक स्टोरी चल रहा है तो मजा आता है। लेकिन you should understand the way they are seeing the material world, they are seeing the Lord, they are seeing the devotion. You should also see in that way. You should develop those eyes. Then your life is successful. This much is only enough. This is Krishna consciousness.
Do think set an example. What do you mean by setting example? Like
ऐसे 10 लोगों, आप 10 लोगों अभी कल से घर को छोड़ दिया और मेरे साथ में चल गए, तो बाकी ये इधर के कितना लगभग इस कम्युनिटी का में कितना लोग हैं? 10,000 तो रहे थे ना, 10,000 रहेगा ना, 5,000 इन दी टाउनशिप, 10,000 तो होगा, 2004 एटलीस्ट 8,000 तो 8,000 10,000 तो है ही एक्चुअली। वो लोग हल्ला करेंगे एक्चुअली, ऐसा 10 लोगों पत्नियों को छोड़कर चले गया। तो इससे क्या होगा? सोसाइटी पूरा भक्त माने these are all useless guys, they are not responsible, and there is a lot of negative preaching actually. Negativity will come in a big manner actually. Nobody will respect ऐसा न, उसके बाद हमको इधर आने भी नहीं देंगे। They will all beat me because so these Matajis are left over and they are crying and they are sitting in one place. All 10 Matajis are crying and making hartal. Then what will happen? You know? So that is the meaning of setting an example.
లీవింగ్ ఆఫ్ వరకు లేకపోయినా కంపేర్ టు అదర్ పీపుల్ లెస్ అటెన్షన్ ఉన్నా కంప్లైంట్ ఎలాగో
కరెక్ట్
ఏం చేసినా ఎలాగో ఫుల్ మార్క్స్ పడవు అంత కాటికి ఎందుకు మనం వెళ్తే బాగుంటుంది.
లేదు. So that is also, that's why you should not agitate the other's mind. Na buddhi bedam chalayet. दूसरों का मन में ऐसा विचलन नहीं क्रिएट करना है. आप भी ऐसा बेडलिस्ट पर्सन जैसा रहना है वैसे रहना है पत्नी से और बच्ची से. लेकिन but your consciousness should be Krishna consciousness. How to develop that? I already said the solution. Deeply study the consciousness of the pure devotees, how they are seeing their family, how they are seeing their relatives. That's why Bhagavatam is given. That's why Maharaj Privrat story you read. So wonderful actually. Read the Prahlad Maharaj story. That is only an example, na? To teach you this thing only, Bhagavatam is compiled.
వాళ్ళ రిలేటివ్స్ తో అమ్మ నాన్నతో చుట్టాలతో అందరూ వాళ్ళు సాటిస్ఫై అయ్యే విధంగా ఉంటే ఫ్యూచర్ సంగతి వదిలేదు ఛాన్స్ టైం ఐ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు కంప్లైంట్ ఐ రియల్లీ వాంట్ టు నో డూ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్ అందరూ ఆనందపడేలా మనం మన జీవన విధానాన్ని ఉంచుకుంటే నిజంగా మనం ఏం చెప్పుకోలేము.
Like Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was liked by everyone in the whole country, not only one family. Parishit Maharaj was liked by everyone in the country. Ambarish Maharaj, all the cabinet is so much liking him. Because we don't know how to behave, that's why we think that it's difficult. We are not trained.
No, forget about outside people. Sometimes they can't even please the devotees. If you do something, half devotees will upset it, half devotees. So
anyway, that will be there, material world, because now the Kali is increased. So these are manda samanda matayo manda bhagya. So this will be there, but Bhakti Thakur is so powerful Grihastha. So everyone is liking him. And also he is a pure devotee. His consciousness is not at all going out from Krishna for a moment also. He is always Krishna conscious. He is doing direct devotion by remembering, by chanting, by hearing, and also doing the material activities. उनका बच्चे तो आप लोगों से ज्यादा ही हैं. पत्नी भी 2 है ना, 2 wives. 2 wives and how many children? 9, 10 children. 9. And also it's a big for his job also. Compared to all his job is very big.
Recently, one devotee senior devotee mentioned about this, the balancing everything. Said that intelligence Krishna gives when our desire is the sincere sadhana. So sincere sadhana, Krishna gives that intelligence to manage it.
Intelligence will come from the Bhagavatam by studying the pure devotee's consciousness. That's why the Bhagavatam is there. You should not wait for the Lord will give. Lord definitely will. Lord is giving you. So he is instructing you through us to study the Bhagavatam. That is intelligence. Lord is giving.
Lord will give to sincere sadhana when you do sincere sadhana.
Siddhara sadhana, if you do, then you'll understand Bhagavatam. ऐसा नहीं Lord will give ऐसे सब कुछ बोरी बिस्तर बंद करके बैठना नहीं है. Lord will give means study the Shastra and understand the consciousness. वही है ना, वो क्या है एक्चुअली भागवतम पूरा वही भरा हुआ है, सब जगह वही है. प्योर डिवोटी कैसा देखना चाहिए पूरा दुनिया, परिवार को, अपने को, भगवान को, भक्ति को, कर्म को, ज्ञान को किस प्रकार से देखना है, भौतिक आनंद को किस प्रकार से देखना है, यही है ना. और क्या है भागवत. And such a consciousness you should develop and you should hear regularly. That's why Bhagavatam. Okay, we are taking luxuriously time. We are enjoying, but lot of is there. Spending. We are now lavishly spending time. There will be a lot of spending. Thus end the Bhakti and the purports of third canto. And I'm not okay. Last purport, if you should read actually every chapter, because sometimes Prabhupada summarizes the benefits. We'll read this. So very difficult to understand and very difficult to conquer. One must, however, conquer this insurmountable spell of Maya, and this is possible by the grace of the Lord. When God reveals Himself to the surrendered soul, it is also stated here, Swarupena avastishte. So Swarupa means that one has to know what he is not the super soul, but rather part and parcel of super soul. That is self-realization. To think falsely that one is the supreme soul and that one is all pervading is not Swarupa. This is not realization of his actual position. The real position is that one is part and parcel. It is recommended here that one remain in that position of actual self-realization. In Bhagavad Gita, this understanding is defined as Brahman realization. After Brahman realization, one can engage the activities of Brahman. As long as one is not self-realized, he engages in activities based on false identification with the body. So that's why here, this point, what is saying, Prabhupada? One should come out from the what? False identification. As long as one is not self-realized, that means he engages activities based upon the false identification with the body. So the beginning of the pure devotion is what? Sarvopadi Vinirmukta. That means Sarvadharman Paritijya means what? Coming out from all the false identifications. That means Brahman realization is the beginning of, in this way you can say, so Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam is the beginning of, is the required qualification of the Suddha Bhakti actually. Otherwise you cannot engage in the transcendental activities 24 hours. You'll be mixing karma and jnana otherwise. So that's why Trudashraddha means what? Surrendering completely. Means what? Coming out from all identifications, false identifications. So that's why Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatvarena Nirmalatvam Krishikena Bhakti Rattama. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. That is the beginning. Even you can see in the Nectar of Devotion introduction chapter. You read this, you remember? Screen sharing is not happening. An example may be cited here. If a man is diseased condition, he is very active. How can one imagine that when he is free from all disease, his activities are pure. It may be said that means pure devotion. If you want to do, you should be coming out from all designations. Otherwise, शुद्ध साधना भक्ति will not begin. अभी हम लोग जो भी है 4 घंटा के लिए करते हैं वो शुद्ध साधना भक्ति नहीं है. To do शुद्ध साधना भक्ति, you should come out from all designations. सर्वोपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम, or otherwise अन्याभिलाष शून्य ज्ञान कर्म ध्यानावृतम. These are two same definition for Suddha Bhakti, but both are same meaning only. Yes? Yes or no?
No, that's in general Sarvopadi. Bhakti Ruchate.
That is the Narada Muni. This is example for the Suddha Bhakti. Second example, second definition. That is same definition, but it is another way of saying. Meaning is same. Rupa Jiva Goswami is giving Anyabhilasha Sunya Gnana Karma Janavrtam. He can take this from here also. Yes? No? अच्छा, आप लोग वो देखे नहीं हो सकते. What you didn't see, I understood actually. मूला आप लोग नहीं पढ़े हो सकते. That's why.
Only Prabhupada.
That's why you are. मैं इसीलिए मैं इल्यूजन में क्यों ऊपर नहीं जा रहे, स्लो जा रहे क्यों? In the beginning only, Rupa Goswami Path is defining what is Bhakti 11th sloka. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu bhakti ruttama. After that he is giving another definition from Narada Pancharatara. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparena nirmalattam rushikena sevanam bhakti ruchite. He is here, Dirgama Sangamana Tika is there. In this Tika, so he makes tatparena, tatparatvena means anukulyena. Sarvo sarva iti anyabhilasha sunyam. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam is equal to anyabhilasha sunyam. Sevanam anusilanam. Nirmalam means gnana karmadi anav. One-to-one mapping is there between Sanyabhilasha Sunyam and Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. Until unless if you don't come out from all the designations, you cannot do so Suddha Bhakti. Is also said in our Nectar of Devotion. Where is this? Other books. Okay. So Jai Introduction last. Introduction उसी से end हो जाता है. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam, this sloka translation Prabhupada explains and he finishes the introduction. NOD. NOD is nothing but direct translation of the Moola of Bhakti Samarsin. एकदम प्रभुपाद कुछ भी एक भी श्लोका नहीं छोड़ेंगे, लेकिन श्लोका नहीं है बस उधर, लेकिन पूरा as it is. As long as one identify himself, you see, this is the introduction last part. As long as one identify himself as belong to certain family, a certain society, a certain person, he is said to be covered with the designations. When one is full aware that he doesn't belong to any family, society or country, but is eternally related to Krishna, he then realizes that his energy should be employed not in the interest of so-called family, society or country, but in the interest of Krishna. This is purity of purpose and platform of pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness. तभी आप कृष्णा शुद्ध भक्ति में आ गए. अभी तक सोचिए आप कितना लोग शुद्ध भक्ति में. It's not easy to come to शुद्ध भक्ति platform. If this consciousness is there, they are gone. एकदम जिसको करना है तो करना है. जैसे गोपियां कैसे रहते हैं, So they don't have any kind of interest of their husbands and family. So only for the sake of society they do. But all the time their heart is with the Krishna. So such a Krishna consciousness should be there. That is pure devotional platform. Sarvopadi Nirmuktam is the beginning of Suddha Bhakti. It's not the ending of Suddha Bhakti. But how to get this kind of? By the mercy of pure devotees and studying the Shastra. Mercy of pure devotees is very much important. नहीं तो देखिए उनकी मुंह में रखा भी उसको भी थूक देंगे बहुत मधुरमय देखे ना योगी क्या किए वो बिकॉज देयर इज नो mercy of the महद अनुगृहीतः so he is splitting out.
In our case, we already got another view.
I don't know.
We are not able to use it. That is how it is.
I don't know. I should know. I should not comment. If I say yes, it's also wrong. It's also wrong. आप इनसे हो गया जाएगा. आपको जो ऑलरेडी दिए हैं वो बोलेंगे. तैयारी तो तुमको नहीं जस्टिफाई करने के लिए. I am just a Shravana Guru. I am not Shiksha Guru of anyone.
How to get
Pure devotee is independent. They is independent from it comes Parama Swatantra. Pure devotees are always independent and their mercy is also independent. You can say one way actually Prabhupada is giving this movement and we can say is a pure devotee's mercy. This movement itself is. We can take like that also. Sometimes it is not sufficient because of anarthas. Amount of the mercy also depends actually. Power also is needed. हम लोग जघन्य अपराध करके बैठे तो काम नहीं करते इसलिए बहुत लोग भक्त नहीं बनते बिकॉज दे हैव लॉट ऑफ ऑफेंसेस बट यू डोंट हैव पावर टू डिस्ट्रॉय दैट हार मान के आना पड़ते हैं वो भक्त नहीं बना पाएंगे इसका दोष किसका पास है एक पेशेंट को ट्रीट नहीं कर पाते फॉल्ट डॉक्टर के पास है नहीं तो पेशेंट के पास है वो तो पेशेंट है और क्या करेगा डॉक्टर के पास सब कुछ रहना चाहिए नहीं तो डॉक्टर का टाइटल क्यों लगाया तो नहीं तो प्रीचर का टाइटल लगाया मैंने आप यू शुड बी डिस्ट्रॉइंग
They don't take that.
that is another that's why you should use the more power to destroy that another otherwise every jivatma is meant for service of the Lord you cannot say that some jivas are not meant for the devotion no only thing is stopping is another since we don't have ability to destroy that. But if you say some pure devotees, they are not making some devotees means you should not say that Prabhupada doesn't have power to destroy. They are not, they are independent. They may destroy and they may not destroy us. You cannot force them. But in your case, you should think that I am inevitable. Because you are trying and you are failing. I am incapable actually.
No, but their result is also there.
What it is done? Every Jivatma Secha is meant for service of God.
Making a choice.
It's so attractive. So that's the Kripa is that they can, every Jivatma can become. You cannot say that some are qualitatively they are rebels to the Lord for permanently. No. Infinitely small, their independence is also nothing actually, sir. Zero is almost all. You don't consider that. That's why Shastra is not going to say any kind of that Jivatma is and Satanta, that's why it's stopping the mercy of the pure devotee. Nowhere finds of sloka like that.
वैराग्य विभक्त रसम प्रयत्ने अपायन्माम अनभीप्सु मंदम I am anabhipsu because I am manda. I don't want to take the vairagya yukta bhakti rasa. But Sanatana Goswami is kripam buddhi, so he is forcefully making me drink.
Yes, yes.
So,
that's power actually. You cannot say that Jiva is rebel, so it's not becoming. అయ్యో సామెత ఉంది అత్త మీద కోపం తుత్తు మీద చిన్న అంటారు కదా అంటే మనం చేయలేక ఇంక వేరే రీజన్ ఎత్తుకున్నట్టు
Grapes కోసం try
గ్రేప్స్ ఆర్ సోర్ లైక్ దట్
Prabhu, even the happens is like they say towards the end, Do not teach the faithless.
That is different. That's a lot of discussion. I'll tell one minute. It will take a lot of time. If you want to hear that, so what is the meaning of that offense? So you can go through that Madhuri Kadam. So many doubts. This is actually real class. Like this, we see it and ask the questions. Then it will be very nice. But we don't have time here. It's a course. It's not the this is Bhakti Vaibhava course. Otherwise, problem will come. We'll take up some subject and then we'll discuss. Some other time we'll have like such a plan. So like Madhuri Kadamini, then thousands of doubts can be cleared. Thousands actually. I did one session like this for 6-7 days, 40 hours more, 45 hours, every day 6 hours, 7 days. So like that we in Dwarka Iskan Dwarka. There's brahmacharis only 15 brahmacharis. So very maybe 1,000 questions they asked in those days. ఏం మధ్య
జనరల్ గా అందరూ డివోటీలు అవే
అయ్యే క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారు ఎక్కడ పోయినా అయ్యే అడుగుతున్నారు
క్వశ్చన్స్ చేసుకుంటూ
అవునవును దాన్ని కంపైల్ చేయాలి మొత్తం విల్ డూ దట్ నౌ మేబీ ఇన్ మై కోర్సెస్ 15 to 20 courses I did in last 1.5 year. So every course 200, 250, 300 like that. So maybe some thousands are there. And every class same questions. And now also I'm teaching in the different places. Same questions. Every brahmachari classes, this, that. Because Bhagavatam always speaking about this Suddha Bhakti only, mercy of pure devotees. The same questions are coming in. That should be compiled as a general questions and answers. It will be a very good book actually. That will do that. तुमको तो बहुत लेक्चर सुनना पड़ेगा एक नहीं about Jivatma, about Bhakti, about the pure devotion, many lectures. So finally we'll finish this. It may be said that activities of Brahman relation are different from those conditional life, but that doesn't stop activity. Finally, Mad Bhaktim Labate Param, Brahman realization, one can engage in devotional service of the Lord. That means whoever in the Brahman relation, so if they get the association of pure devotee, they can also become attracted to Lord's activities. For those who engage in devotional service, there is no spell of Maya, and their situation is all perfect. The beauty of living entity as part and parcel of the whole is to render devotional service to the whole. And that is the ultimate perfection of life. Present the Bhaktivedanta purports of 3rd canto 28th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Lord Kapila's instructions on the execution of devotional service. Now we'll begin with the next chapter 29. Devahutiruvacha Lakshanam Mahadadina Prakrute Purushasya cha Swarupam Lakshyate Misham Yena Tatparamadikam Yatatha Sankeshu Katitam Yanmulam Tatprachakshate Bhakti Yogasya Me Margam Prohi Istarasha Prabho. Can you repeat?
Here, we have already very scientifically described the symptoms of the rejection and the characteristics of the spirit according to the standard system of philosophy. Now I shall request you to explain the path of devotional service, which is the ultimate end of all philosophical systems.
Thank you. अभी माँ को क्या मन में आया इतना सुनने के बाद बहुत कुछ सुन ली ना 25th chapter में शुद्ध भक्ति के she heard about the pure devotional service in 25th chapter श्लोक number 32 ना that is स्वाभाविकी तु हाँ 32 or 33 32 yes and also in a glimpse there also we have seen Jnana and Ashtanga Yoga. Then after that once again so we have seen the difference between Prakriti and Purusha and the elements tattvas, that means the 24 elements, and the Bhakti Mishra Jnana Yoga we have seen, and also Ashtanga Yoga we have seen. Everything she heard, but Lord Kapil also in the beginning itself he concluded Bhakti is only the ultimate, and it is enough that he has to be practiced. She also understood that. That's why she asked the same in the 25th chapter question about the bhakti. I'm a woman, how to do this bhakti. That means she also understood bhakti is ultimate. So, but still 26th chapter is started because we saw the reason. What the reason?
To know the power of Mata.
Bhakti
Maharani's
kingdom. So the Bhakti Maharani's kingdom is vast. So she is having adhikara even in the Jnana Yoga and also in the Ashtanga Yoga, because these yogas cannot, without bhakti, they cannot give the result. Without her help, they are also not working. Means that is also her area only. So to know the area of the Bhakti Maharani being out of, that means inquisitiveness, curiosity. Out of curiosity, we have seen Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Now that means 27 and 28 chapters also over, like this 26, 27, 28. Because 26 and 27 are the Gnana Yoga. 26 are basically elements then. So how to see the difference between Prakriti and Purusha, that we have learned from the 26, 27 chapter. And 28 is Ashtanga Yoga. So we have seen the her area, her kingdom, how vast it is. And we are all happy also. Because we are seeing everywhere without bhakti, nothing is working. So that's why we are all happy. And we want to do exclusive bhakti. We are all at least aspiring for that. But now mother is also not getting this kind of realization. Then what is going to ask actually? She is asking what? Yeah. So let us see. Vishwanath Chakravarti is expressing the heart of Devagati here in his commentary. So what is she thinking? Sankyam yogam shrutva, Sankyam yogam cha shrutva, punaruktanuvada purvakam, स्वानुष्ठेयत्वात् श्रुतमपि भक्ति योगम सप्रभेदम शुश्रूषमाणाम पृच्छति. That means she heard about the Sankhya and Yoga already, so which was repeated actually in the short form. It is said in the 25th chapter and is also again repeated. So punar uktanuvada purvakam, that means she heard that again and again 2 times. But she also understood swanushtheyatvat, what has to be practiced. She understood what she has to practice. Bhakti Yoga, that she understood. So, and also she heard about this Bhakti Yoga, Swabhaviki. So, Aswabhaviki, Swabhaviki is 2 types, Raganuga, so Bhava, like that she heard everything. So, but after hearing one thing, that means Srutamapi, even after she hearing Bhakti Yoga, once again she wants to hear. Why? Saprabhedam. Saprabhedam. Prakarshena Bhedam. Along with the differences, he wants to hear once again about Bhakti Yoga. Because she wants to know that the varieties of Bhakti Yoga. That's why this chapter is beginning. Ma ko Buddhiman hai Ma. Bhavini. She is what? Bhavini. So Kapil Bhagavan is addressing her Bhavini. Multiple opinion wali. ऐसा नहीं कि अंधे हैं, गधे हैं, इंटेलिजेंट हैं. So that's why she is desiring to know the differences. भक्ति करने के लिए बोला, लेकिन भक्ति तो कई प्रकार होता है ना. इसीलिए ये जानने से क्या होगा, कुछ भी करके हम लोग भक्ति कर रहे हैं सोचते रहते हैं. हम जो भी है जैसे मुश्किल से 16 माला कर रहा है और 4 नेम कभी कभी फॉलो कर रहे हैं और हमारा भी भक्ति हो रहा है, तो हम लोग चले जाएंगे. इनसे और कोई आगे बढ़ाना नहीं चाहिए, बस हो गए, वी आर हैविंग फुल. लेकिन but when you know the differences between the types of the bhakti, so then you'll understand. So what is pure bhakti and what you are doing and what you should not do and what you should do. So I also did Bhakti Prakara course actually. If you have time, so kindly hear that. That is fully based upon the Srila Vishwanath Jiva Goswami's commentaries. And that is also same philosophy saying. Now we are going to see today Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentaries. If you want to know Jiva Goswami's, because both are defining the bhakti in a different ways. Same activities, namings are different. Understand? So in society, that those kind of activities only possible, different types of bhakti activities. But namings are given different. So don't get confused with that classification of Acharya and this classification of Acharya. Either you one you can follow, or both also you can follow, but you should be clear that I'm speaking now the classifications of Bhakti as per the no, that means the namings given by Jiva Goswami, or otherwise it's not like that. So okay, now mother is interested to know the differences. So that's why she is asking. This is Sankhya and Yoga, all this, especially Tattvas, Sankhya Tattvas. We know the differences of these from the Shastra. Mahadadinam Lakshanam Sankheshu, Sankhya Shastreshu. That means Sankhya Shastras are defining about the Tattvas. But these Tattvas will be known by those people who are doing the Bhakti. Even without doing Bhakti, you cannot understand the definitions of the Sankhya Tattvas explained by Sankhya Shastras also. नहीं तो आधा अधूरा में रह जाएंगे अंडरस्टैंडिंग भक्ति के बिना कोई कुछ भी नहीं कर सकता एवरीथिंग इज फेल दैट इज द ग्लोरी ऑफ गॉड मदर इज सेइंग सी येन तत् पारमार्थिकम सो नेक्स्ट यथा सांख्येषु कथम यन्मूलं तत् प्रचक्षते यन्मूलं मीन्स हियर वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट यम विना तेषां स्वरूपं ज्ञातमपि अज्ञातमेव जिसकी बिना सांख्य तत्वों को जानना भी ना जानने की समान है किसकी बिना भक्ति की बिना without bhakti knowing sankhya tattvas is also equal to the not knowing only she is saying that's why you tell me tasya bhakti yogasya prakaram bruhi you tell me the types of that bhakti prakara means types yes ma'am yeah तेषां स्वरूपं ज्ञातं तेषाम् అంటే सांख्य तत्वानां स्वरूपं ज्ञातमपि अज्ञातमेव knowing also not knowing only एव भवति so that's why bhakti yogasya margam prakaram bruhi that's why please tell about that margam means prakaram means types bhakti yoga's types please explain थोड़ा संस्कृत सीख लीजिए इंटेलिजेंस है सब माधव गोपीनाथ प्रभु का एसोसिएट माने आप लोग सीखना चाहिए मैंने लास्ट तो नहीं अब कंप्यूटर में इतना जावा ये सब सी प्लस सब कोडिंग सीख रहे हैं सीखने में क्या समस्या उससे वो भक्ति अवरोध नहीं हो रहे क्या संस्कृत सीखने से भक्ति का अवरोध होता है और कोडिंग सीखने से नहीं होते एक्चुअली उससे अवरोध होता क्या एक्चुअली दिस इज मिसकंसेप्शन एक्चुअली so knowledge will bring the humility and also submissiveness ignorantly becoming submissive will become rebel at certain point of time definitely that person वही सिंह मारेगी वही जान having ignorant friend than the having intellectual enemy is best yes same intelligent friend enemy is better than the foolish friend this is saying you can type in Google intelligent enemy is better than foolish friend not reverse intelligent enemy is best actually than the foolish friend He's very dangerous actually foolish friend he's always sit with you but he's a foolish anything can happen but the intelligent enemy you can guess it oh he's A break. Very good. Well, there is a break. For 5 minutes break. 7 minutes, okay. 12:10 we will start. Correct. But you can keep that house. Yeah, you can keep that house. On the class time break. 1 to 3. Afternoon. GCAPS. చాప్టర్ అయ్యేంత వరకు వెళ్దాం ఈరోజు లాస్ట్ ఈవినింగ్ కాదు భజన 1 to 3 బ్రేక్ 3 నుంచి ఇంకా చాప్టర్ అయ్యేంత వరకు 6-6:30 అయినా ఉంది చెప్పలేదు ఇంకా కొంచెం లేట్ ఇప్పుడు ఈ 1 hour వెళ్ళిపోయింది కొంచెం చూద్దాం యాక్చువల్లీ డిస్కషన్స్ 4 hours ఉంది ఇంకా అండ్ మంచి శ్లోకాలు ఉన్నాయి
ఈ జన్మలో
100% అయితే will come to. Regularly, we should get strong association.
ప్రాక్టికల్ లైఫ్ వచ్చేసరికి అప్లై చేసేటప్పుడే
మనకు ఎవరికి వచ్చింది ఇంకేమీ రీజన్ ఒకటే
Bhajana Kriya means only Bhajana or like service, other things also. So
Bhajana means all 64 limbs. Not only one. But majorly Shravanam Kirtanam. Studying Bhagavad itself is Anga of the Bhagavad. Reading and hearing is Bhagavad. 5 major limbs are there. One is chanting, second is worshipping Bhagavad, and associating devotees and staying in Islam.
Services. We really see that it takes a toll.
It takes what?
Toll. Take toll on us. So we can see that and we can say, okay, I didn't behave properly. Like this, that's correct. So is it like tangible? But when if you just simply chant, we don't see that happen. Just mind here and all. So just like that,
services because lethargy. This is a very practical formulas. Acharyas who knows the concepts of bhakti, who already realized, and who knows the conditioning state of the jivas. So they prescribe everything as a formula. माँ को पता है बच्चा को क्या क्या खिलाना है और उसमें अभी क्या क्या कमी हो सकता है और उसमें क्या क्या विटामिन देने वाला चीज कौन है और उसमें शक्ति कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स क्या वो सभी उनको पता है लेकिन बच्चा को नहीं पता लेकिन माँ सभी बाउल में मिला के सब कुछ मिक्स करके खिलाती थी बच्चा को केवल खाने सोच नहीं कर रहा वैसा ही आचार्य पूरा उनको फॉर्मूलास देते क्या करना चाहिए सो लेकिन ये सभी के लिए दिया गया चीज बेसिक है क्योंकि सबको अभी एक ही लेवल पर बांध के समझ के सबको एक ही नहीं दे सकते ना तो इसीलिए कॉमनली इतना तो चाहिए लेकिन इसके बाद भी और भी वो आगे बढ़ने के लिए बेसिक तो इतना करना है और बहुत रियल सक्सेस को फाइनल सक्सेस को प्राप्त करने के लिए और भी करना है और वो सभी हम शास्त्र से जानेंगे इसीलिए एक्सटर्नली वी आल्सो डू लाइक अदर्स बट वी शुड डू मोर so to get the because everyone is not going to get the success क्योंकि सबका स्थिति एक नहीं है बहुत लोगों को बहुत अनर्थ है कुछ लोग कम अनर्थ है इसीलिए सोलह माला बोला एक जनरलाइज्ड बट दैट इज नॉट द स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ द फाइनल का रिजल्ट का स्टैंडर्ड नहीं तो ऐसे बोल भी नहीं सकते क्योंकि सबको मिला के सोसाइटी बनाना है तो कुछ तो कॉमन रूल्स रखना है दैट्स व्हाई दैट इज केप्ट फॉर कॉमनैलिटी बट इफ यू कीप डू दैट यू विल बी इन द भक्ति बट how to progress same acharya is also saying so you study my books scrutinizingly and so become 24 hours God. Like that in purports many places many instructions are there and we have to implement those also to come regularly okay time is over now we start Do not wait for them. Because, but they are good also because they are giving a lot of time extra.
Other.
Ah, 1 day, 3 hours. that is a saving day actually. Lord's mercy, full of rain. Otherwise, we could have gone. That's why Krishna will arrange everything. Should depend on Krishna. वो यदि सुनवाना चाहे तो सब कुछ ऐसे ही जबरदस्ती बिठा देंगे. So luckily, anyway. So this chapter is not so big also, but types of bhakti is very important. Many people they don't know, so the subtleties. But definitely some are knowing. If they come, it's good. Otherwise, can you give a message in group? So class is about to start. I started already. Why they went from here actually? Come. They might be thinking, oh, voice is not coming, so let me. They're like they'll ask thing. We'll start it. So next, Mother Dehuti is saying that I want to know about the Bhakti Margam. Bhakti Yogasya Me Margam Bruhi. This is the main important thing. Margam means types. So please explain me the types of Bhakti. What is that Bhakti? That Bhakti is the one without knowing that, even if you know the tattvas of the Sankhya, so is equal to the not knowing.
It's common for all.
It's common for all, and without knowing that is equal to the not knowing only, because even if you know that is not going to give any result. That means it is equal to the not knowing. So in the 29th chapter, the glories of devotional service are elaborately explained, and the influence of time on the conditioned soul is also described. The purpose of elaborately describing the influence of time is array. So I was saying, so we want to discuss the one line definition of this, the summarization of this chapter. एकोनत्रिंशतिके एकोनत्रिंशके भक्तिः सगुण निर्गुणापि च लक्ष्यते प्राणिसम्मानः क्रमः कालबलं च तत्. What is being said in this chapter? एकोनत्रिंशके means 29th chapter. Bhakti is saguna nirgunapi cha. Saguna bhakti or nirguna bhakti is being said. Lakshate. Next, prani sammanaha. How to respect the living entities. This is also being said. Prani sammanaha. Next, kramaha means step by step. So who are more respectable than who? So like that krama you will see. Prani sammanaha. Like dogs are there, Brahmana is there, Vaishnava is there. So who is more worshipable? So Vaishnava. So the krama of worshipping, are they respecting the pranis is also said in this chapter. Next, kala balamcha, the power of the time is also being said. These three things are said in this chapter. So Saguna Nirguna Bhakti is one thing, types of bhakti. So respecting of the living entities, power of the time. The purpose of elaborately describing the influence of time is to detach the conditioned soul from these material activities, which are considered to be simply a waste of time. The purpose of time is taught in this chapter to not to waste the time. In the previous chapter, material nature, the spirit, and the supreme lord or super soul are analytically studied. And in this chapter, the principle of Bhakti Yoga or devotional service, the execution of such activities in eternal relationship between the living entities and personality of God are explained. Types of bhaktis are being explained. Bhakti Yoga devotional service is the basic principle of all systems of philosophy. All philosophy which doesn't aim for devotional service to the Lord is considered merely mental speculation. But of course, Bhakti Yoga with no philosophical basis is more or less sentiment. Is very important. So Bhakti Yoga without philosophy is a sentiment actually. Bhakti, real philosophy means what? Bhakti philosophy, not the so-called analytical philosophy. There are two classes of men. Some consider themselves intellectually advanced and simply speculate and meditate. And other are sentimental and have no philosophical basis for their propositions. Neither of these can achieve highest goal of life, or if they do, it will take them many years. It means philosophy without practice is what? Just mental speculation. And practice without philosophy is sentiment. Vedic literature therefore suggests that there are three elements, namely the Supreme Lord, the living entity, and their eternal relationship. So, Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. So, this is Lord, living entity, and their relationship is the most important thing that should be known to us. Sankhya philosophy is the analytical study of all existence. One has to understand everything by examining its nature and characteristics. This is called acquirement of knowledge. But one should not simply acquire knowledge without reaching the goal of life or basic principle of acquiring knowledge, Bhakti Yoga. Anyway, please on. Virago yena purusho bhagavan sarvato bhave achakshva jivalokasya vividhanam samsrute. Oh, I will share the screen. Where is this? Is it off? Huh? Zoom is not working. Working, huh? Zoom. Achha. Okay. Is there? Virago yena purusho bhagavan sarvato bhave achakshva jivalokasya vividha mama samsriti. And further she is asking, my dear Lord, please also describe in detail both for me and for people in general the continual process of birth and death. For by hearing of such calamities, we may become detached from activities of this material world. That will come in the next chapter. How Jivatma is getting, that means sinful Jivatma going to the hell, then after that entering into the mother's womb, then after that small baby, how he is getting the difficulties in that baby body, then after that in the growing, and after at that time he is getting attraction for the sex life, and then after that he is becoming the old, then their children only seeing him as a old bull, like that they are all not caring for this, like this whole samsara. This is being explained actually. वही बच्चे जिसको अभी आप इतना प्यार से पाल पोस रहे हैं, कल जाके वही गाली देंगे और मारेंगे, रेडी है तो पक्का. जो भागवत विषय है ना, ये ऐसे ही वाले ओल्ड बुल ये से. So that is being said next. कालस्य ईश्वर रूपस्य परेषां च परस्य ते स्वरूपं वद कुर्वन्ति यद्देतो कुशलं जना. Please also describe eternal time, which is a representation of your form, and by whose influence people in general engage in the performance of pious activities. So she is asking influence of the time. That's in this chapter only you will be getting the answer for this. So what is the purpose of knowing time? To not to waste the time. That's why one should know the influence of the kala balam, the strength of the time one should know. We have seen that's one of the element, 25th element, na? 24th, 25th Jiva, Kala, and 26th Jiva, Next 27 is Prakriti, 28 is Purusha. Like that we have studied already. Next, Lokasya mitya vimaterachakshusha chiram prasuptasya tamasya nashraye shantasya karmasvanuviddaya diya tvamavarasi kila yoga bhaskara. This is whose sloka actually? Devuti's. So finally she is saying, my dear Lord, you are just like sun. For you illuminate the darkness of the conditioned life of living entities. Because their eyes of knowledge are not open, they are sleeping eternally in the darkness without your shelter. And therefore, they are falsely engaged by actions and reactions of their material activities. And they appear to be very fatigued. Now, what is saying in this? She asked, that means Samsruti. Before that, she asked types of bhakti. Second, she asked the different Samsruti. That means how samsara is extending for this Jivatma. That she asked. Third is influence of time. Now, fourth, what she is saying in this sloka? Lokasya mityabhimatehe achakshuchiram prasuptasya tamasi anashraye srantasya karmasu anaviddayadiya Tvam avirasihi kila yoga bhaskara. You are the bhaskara. You are the sun. Lokasya mityabhimatehe abhimana jadya nivartanaya. What she is saying, this loka is how? Mithya abhimana. So mityabhimatehe. Abhimana jadya. Everyone is self, that means body centered. And thinking that I am this body and I have to earn money and I have to make more and more sense gratification and I am the supreme of this entire society. This kind of abhimana they have. So bodily consciousness they have. Lokasya mityabhimatehe. That means abhimana jadyam is there. So nivartanaya, to finish that. To finish that. And what else is saying? Achakshushaha. This society is not having the eyes. This society doesn't have eyes. They are all blind men. Not having eyes means they don't have any light to see. Eyes are there, but darkness is there, that's why they are not seeing. Achakshushaha prakasha pradhana. Chakshusha prakasha pradhanaya. To give the light to their eyes. Tamasi samsara. The samsara is full of in the darkness. Prasuptasya. In this darkness, everyone is sleeping actually. Because they are not identifying themselves as a soul and they are all identifying themselves as a body. That means they are sleeping. Prasuptasya swapa tamonashaya. So to destroy this tamas, to destroy this darkness, karmasu asaktataya buddhaya shantasya. And also how this society, being attached to the karma, they did karma so much, night, day and night, working and getting tired. Shantasya means they got fatigued, tired. आंखों में नींद दिख रही है, लाल हो गया आंख रात भर. सो 1 बजे 12 बजे कॉल अटेंड करना पड़ रहा है, मीटिंग्स अटेंड करना पड़ रहा है. एंड दे आर टायर्ड बेचारा फुल्ली. शांतस्य कर्मसु आसक्तया बुद्धिया, because they are attachment they have. Shantasya, and that's why they got tired. Shama plavala samsoshna, to reduce that shama, to reduce that high tiredness, to give the light to their eyes, to remove the abhimana jadyam, to remove the darkness in which they are sleeping. So you should rise. Yoga Bhaskara, come on. Like that, mummy is encouraging to the Kapila. Come on, my dear son, come on. Explain. Real mother actually. Oh, Yoga Bhaskara, Yoga Bhaskara. That means Bhakti Gnana Yoga Kamala Prakashaka. He's the sun. Sun, what he does? That means he will blossom the lotus flowers. What this lotus flower is nothing but what? Bhakti Gnana Yoga Rupi lotus flower. So then it can be, so you, when he appears, when sun appears, Andhakara will goes, and also, so lotus flowers blossoms. So you remove this Andhakara of the society and reduce the tiredness of the society. So when they come to know about the glories of the Bhakti, they will make they are coming out from the Andhakara. Their Mithya Gnana will be over. They will be getting the Shastra Chakshu, the eyes to see the truth. And they will be accepting simple life. Their tiredness also will be over. So that's why Yoga Bhaskara, come on and blossom this Bhakti Gnana Rupi, Yoga Rupi lotus flower. Next, Maitreya Uvacha Iti Maturvacha Slakshnam Pratinadya Mahamuni Avabhashe Kuru Sreshta Pretastam Karunardita. So Maitreya ji bol rahe. Maitreya said, O best amongst the Kurus, the great sage Kapila, moved by great compassion and pleased by the words of his glorious mother, spoke as follows. तो कपिल भगवान को बहुत खुश हो गए. वाह, ऐसे ही मम्मी जनरली क्या पूछते हैं, बेटा शादी करो, ये कमाओ, वो गाड़ी खरीद के ले आओ, ये कहा इधर का मम्मी एकदम अलग ही है एक्चुअली. ये मम्मी ग्रेट मम्मी, ये दिस मदर. ये स्टोरी बोल रहे हैं आप लोग मदर से. मदर माने ऐसा गाना नहीं करके. Okay, next time. Then, so Lord Kapila is going to answer. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhakti Yoge Bahuvido Margair Bhamini Bhavyate Swabhava Guna Margena Punsam Bhavo Vividyate. Bhamini or Bhavini. You can take both. Either Bhamini is there, is addressing word for Mother Devati, O noble lady, or Bhavini. Bhavini also is the alternative reading. The one who has bhavas, bhavas means opinions, is known as bhavini. Yeah, mother, you are saying right. There are the different types of bhakti. You have your bhava is right. He's saying like that. With that mood, he's asking, addressing her. Hey, bhavini, bhavini, like that. Lord Kapila, the personality of God had replied, O noble lady, there are multifarious paths of devotional service in terms of the different qualities of the executor. Yes, there are many types of bhakti. इधर से शुरू होगा. 5 श्लोक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. 5 भी नहीं, वेली एक ही है. So lot of discussion is there. But this is very simple. देवानां गुणलिंगानां विज्ञानेन निर्गुणायाः भक्तेः उक्तत्वात् इह प्रथमं सगुणां भक्तिं लक्षणं लक्षयितुम् आह. Devanam Gunalinganam. What is the sloka number? 25th chapter. Sloka number 32. Na? Can you see? Devanam Gunalinganam. Yes, 32. He said already. So, Adhyatmika Yoga. That means the yoga is three types. He said Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Among that, he said that Bhakti Yoga is the best, and that he defined in sloka number 32. So, sloka number 32 is crucial actually in the 25th chapter. So there only you have seen Swabhaviki Bhakti, Saswabhaviki Bhakti and everything. There he explained about all this Swabhaviki, Aswabhaviki and what Bhakti it is. Swabhaviki, Aswabhaviki is the total is what Bhakti? Suddha Bhakti who is saying? Suddha Bhakti or Yoga Mishra? Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti, 32 sloka is Suddha Bhakti, 32nd. And in that Suddha Bhakti only Swabhaviki is there, Aswabhaviki is there. Aswabhaviki means Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti also under Suddha Bhakti only, na? And Swabhaviki is Raganuka Bhava. So there he told Nirguna Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti is also known as Nirguna Bhakti. Now here saying, now mother he asked, then he started saying about Saguna Bhakti now here. That is Nirguna Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti is also known as Nirguna Bhakti. Now he is saying about Saguna Bhakti. He is defining Saguna Bhakti from here onwards. Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Eka Eva. Mummy, Bhakti Yoga is only one. But, oh Bhavini, is addressing immediately Bhavini. Bhakti Yoga Eka Eva. Bhavini. That means, Bhavaha Abhiprayaha Tadvati. Kimvati? Abhiprayavati. Oh Abhiprayavati. Address कर रहे हैं सर. ये योग तो एक ही है. अम्मा वक योग में. కానీ అభిప్రాయాలు ఉండే అమ్మ తెలుగులో అట్లా రాలా వాళ్ళ హిందీ ఇంగ్లీష్ బాగానే ఉంటాయి కానీ తెలుగు ఏదోలా ఉంటుంది. తెలుగు క్లాస్ తెలుగు అంటే తెలుగు ఒకసారి సెట్ చేసుకోవాలి. మళ్ళీ మధ్య మధ్యలో అంటే మామూలు లాంగ్వేజ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఒకసారి ఆ బుకిష్ లాంగ్వేజ్ సెట్ చేసుకుని వెళ్తే మళ్ళీ అదే వస్తుంది. సడన్ గా రమ్మంటే రాదు. అయితే ఏమంటున్నారు? సో వాట్ హీ సేయింగ్ దట్ మై డియర్ మదర్ మార్గైహి ప్రకార విశేషైహి బహువిధో భాగ్యతే. So this yoga is of course is one only, Bhakti Yoga is one only, but because of various paths are there to this Bhakti Yoga, so that's why it is also said as many. Bahuvida bhagyate. It can be many types. Because of what? Marga. Marga means prakara visheshai. So it, of course it is one, but it can be said as many. It can be many. It is one only, but it can be many based upon what? Such a bhava swabhava bhuta ye gunaha tamadaya tesham vritti bhedena vibhijyate. Of course, bhakti is one, but it appears many because of the upasaka is having the various modes and is being influenced by various modes. And because of the influence of the various modes, this bhakti appears as many. This is the heart of upasaka. And there is a bhakti is there. This is always nirgunam. But in this heart, sometimes this heart may be influenced by tamas or rajas or sattva. This crystal, this bhakti is crystal clear. But because of this blackness, if you keep a black thing side by to this, then how it will look? Black. There is a crystal is there. This is a crystal. And it is a white crystal. If you keep a black cloth near to this crystal, then that crystal appears like black crystal. But is it black? Is originally what? Clear, crystal it is. Crystal clear, white, pure. Same way, if it is there, this bhakti is there in the person whose heart is influenced by tamoguna, then this bhakti appears as tamasi bhakti. And if this bhakti is there in the heart of rajoguna person, then it will appears as rajasika bhakti. Bhakti is nirguna only, but now it is there in the heart of a rajoguna person whose heart is influenced by rajoguna. In the same way, sattva, whose heart is influenced by sattva, then so in his case this bhakti will be so sattviki bhakti. When this bhakti is there in the devotee heart is always, it is beyond the modes. So in that heart this bhakti is nirguna. He doesn't have any kind of material desires. Anyabhilasha sunya means not having the desire for the moksha, not having the desire for the material bhukti. That means he is not in the, his heart is not in the, either in this sattva guna. Moksha means it is outing, this desire comes out of what? Which guna? Sattva guna. And material pleasure, raja guna. And killing someone and this kind of ideas, tamo guna. He doesn't have this kind of things, desires. And also, he doesn't have any space in this heart for the karma and gnana. That means he has no feeling. Feeling means faith. Faith for the karma and gnana. If he has faith for karma and gnana, karma is also out of which guna? And gnana? Sattva guna. So if he has faith for the karma or the gnana, then this bhakti will become what? That means not Suddha Bhakti. In this heart he is having the, now like you see, but now in this heart tamoguna is there, then this bhakti is looking as tamasic, means what? He is having someone he wants to kill and someone he wants to destroy, and such a things are there, such a feelings are there. So these feelings will make this bhakti tamasic, and he has material desires, strong material desires, and this redness is falling on this, and that's why it is rajasic bhakti. And someone have the desire for the liberation. So the whiteness is falling on this crystal clear, nirguna. And or otherwise someone have desire for the karma. That means he is so much passionate to do karma and like karma actually. That means his heart is now with the karma. Karma is what, out of which guna? Is a rajoguna. So then also this bhakti, this nirguna bhakti will not be nirguna. It will be that means it's saguna bhakti. And someone have desire for the, so gnana, to do gnana. Gnana means tvam padartha tat padartha aikya, brahman sandhana gnana. So then in that case also this heart will be, this bhakti will be colored actually, saguna. That's a nirguna bhakti means anyabhilasha sunyam. That means no desire for material bhukti. That means not killing of others. Desire for killing of others is also material desire. And material opulence is also material desire. And liberation is a moksha, is also desire. It should be free from this. Heart should be free from this. And also heart should be free from what? The respect for the so-called, not respect, so-called faith for the karma and gnana also should not be there. Gnana karmadi anavrutam. Heart should be gnana karmadi anavruta heart. Then bhakti will be nirguna. Bhakti ruttama. That kind of anukulya Krishna will be Suddha Bhakti.
Again, in this diagram, there are
These are Purushas. These are
now diagram.
अच्छा अच्छा, उधर जाना है।
I can run.
अच्छा, Venn diagram we are seeing, this is definition. अच्छा, कहाँ आता है ये लोग? Nirguna Bhakti comes here. This one. Before, after the Drusha. Now you draw this, and this is Daiva Varnashram. Here they are aspirants for the Nirguna Bhakti, but still they have faith, they have material faith on Karma and Gnana, some faith is there. They don't have exclusive faith on the Lord. They have faith on Karma and Gnana. Means their heart is now with Rajaguna and Sattva either of Karma and Gnana they have. So that's why their bhakti cannot be nirguna. So that means people who are over here, their bhakti is what? Colored bhakti. Either of this. Saguna bhakti. Simply is Saguna bhakti. What about these people? These people, they are doing little bhakti. They are not devotees at all. They are karma yogis. So their heart is filled with gnana. So here we are discussing the types of bhakti, not the types of gnana. इस तरफ जाने की जरूरत नहीं है ना? Is it clear? ఇక్కడికి వెళ్దాం. ఈ yes, Tirushadda is the antidote.
So Saguna Bhaktas will not have tradition. Saguna Bhakta, who are practicing Saguna Bhakta, will not have tradition.
No, obviously. So Saguna Bhaktas means who are having the desire for the material things, or otherwise who has faith for the karma and gnana. So they are obviously, that means they are not having full faith on the Lord.
We see here this Jnana is also, it's also. They are also progressing for here Saguna Bhakta is more of there is for moksha. There is some
నాకు అర్థం కాదు ఏంటి వాడు చెప్పు, నాకు చెప్పు.
So basically you said like this path will be the
left side, left.
They also don't have complete faith on God.
They don't have complete faith.
And they are able to make, because they are
able to progress, but what they are going to get? They are getting the Nirguna Brahma. This is Saguna Brahma.
So some people who are doing Saguna Bhakti, the mode of goodness is more. That's their only desire is now liberation. Can they fit in this?
Through this, can they get liberation? You are asking.
Side. That their only desire.
The destination Saguna Bhakta Sattvic.
See. This is karmis, okay? And when they come in association of pure devotees, we are saying the Daiva Varnashramas. But someone who didn't come to the association of pure devotees, but someone following the Varnashrama, simple, and they are doing activities for the Krishna as per the scriptures, but they didn't get any association of pure devotees. So such a people I made, that's very less people I said also one time. There's small space, you take it, and they do so Varnashrama Vidhi Bhakti, but they don't have any association of pure devotees. That's why they are not having any kind of aspirancy for the pure devotion. So such a people, so where they will go, they will do Varnashram Dharma whole life, and finally they will be get purified by that worship to the Vishnu. Yanti Devan Devavrataha, Pitrun Yanti Pitruvrataha, Vishnu Yanti Vishnuvrataha. So they will go and get this Salakya Mukti. That's Saguna Brahma. But those I didn't put in this diagram, because this diagram is majorly discussing about karma. This is karma, types of karma, gnana and bhakti. But these are all side things. But it's understandable. We can, time to time we can keep. But because this diagram is based upon what? Tavat karmani kurvita nanirvidyeta yavata makkatadu shraddha yavanna jayati. Based upon that sloka we draw this. What is saying that sloka? Till the time you don't get either nirvidyata, that means antakarma suddhi, detachment for the results of karma, So you should not enter into you should not leave the karma, do karma. And unless if you don't get the Dhrudha Shraddha means the Dhrudha Shraddha, you should do the karma. That means this thing. Otherwise, then if you get Shraddha, you can go to the Bhakti. If you get the Nirvinyata, that means detachment, then you can go to the Jnana. Simple, based upon that sloka, this diagram, which is useful for everywhere.
That small thing was not told because for Devahuti that option is closed.
That's simple thing. Even Ashtanga Yoga also you can see as a one of the sub part of this. Also you can make Ashtanga Yoga. Even this Varnashrama people, they come in contact with the Ashtanga Yogi. They can also get the Saguna Brahma. So those are all details actually. Time to time we can put. But this is a major diagram which can deal with all the slokas. And Jiva Goswami makes this diagram. Makes means he didn't draw, but he says these are two things and this is the way you can do. So that's a major. Tavat Kurmani Kurvita is the foundation for this diagram. Bhagavad Gita 11.20.9, sloka number 9. 20th chapter, sloka number 9. Simple actually. इनसे और कुछ नहीं, ज्यादा नहीं. आप पढ़ना चाहते तो भी कुछ है नहीं. Simple है actually. भागवतम भगवद गीता इज वेरी सिंपल. आप लोगों का जो टेक्निकल ब्रेन इसमें लगा देंगे तो 2 दिन में हो जाएगा. इतना इंट्रिकेसिस, इतना
superior is also very good. Because they are attaining for the Saguna.
They are Saguna Brahma is far. And realization of Nirguna Brahma, realization of Saguna Brahma is also many types. How many types? This is a Paramatma realization. That is also many types. Salokya, Sarupya, Sarishti, Samipya. And also so Bhagavan realization. Santarasa, Dasarasa, Sakirasa, Vatsalya. And also it is Vatsalya Rasa and also Madhuri Rasa. Once again, these are also mixed with the Aishwarya. Pure Madhurya, mixed with the Aishwarya. Like that, it is also this relation, this major discussion also is with their chart. Shastra also discuss about this part also. So much. Also discuss about this, very less it is, but this is very more. All Preeti Sandarbha is describing this one. So what he is saying, based bhakti is only one. Bhakti yoga eka eva. एक ही है, लेकिन मार्गैः प्रकार विशेषैः बहुविध भाव्यते. Because of the various paths, it is seen as very many. What is the path? Such a bhava, स्वभाव भूता ये गुणाः तमादयः, तमोगुण, रजोगुण. So vritti bhedena, because of the various vrittis out of these gunas, that means so killing. This is coming out of tamoguna. So I want this money, that money. So these are rajoguna. So these gunas are creating the bhavas or the vrittis, feelings, and that is making this bhakti as saguna. That means to achieve that you are doing bhakti. How they are making means to achieve that you are doing this bhakti. To kill someone you are doing the होता है. And to get opulence, material opulence, one do bhakti. Then that bhakti is red bhakti. So Rajasic bhakti. And someone is doing bhakti for Hamini or Havini.
పురుషుల యొక్క వేరు వేరు భావాల వల్ల భేదాలు ఉన్నాయి అంటున్నారు కదా. అక్కడ భావ అంటే శ్రద్ధ అయినా ఫెయిత్
భావ అంటే గుణాల వృత్తి. గుణాల యొక్క అవుట్కమ్ అంటే రజోతమో గుణాల యొక్క వృత్తి అంటే అవుట్కమ్. That means hatredness, or killing, or the desiring material things, or liberation. These are vrittis of the mind. Bhakti Swarupa Nirguna Pumsam Swabhavika Tamadi Gunaha Paraktaha Uparakta Sati Tamasyadi Namabhi Saguna Bhavati Bhava. What it means? Because of the Upasaka. Upasaka is having the various influence of the gunas. Because of that, even Bhakti by nature is Nirguna, but it is now appearing as Saguna. Uparakta bhavati means like the crystal is now looking red crystal, and you keep that crystal near to the red cloth, it's looking like a red crystal. Uparakta bhavati no. But actually crystal is not red. Okay, next slow. अभिसंधाय यो हिंसा दंभं मात्सर्यमेव वा संरंभी भिन्न दृग्भावं मयि कुर्यात् स तामसः. Devotional service executed by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness. Here, one thing you should remember, note this point. Here, this Bhakti I am saying, na? Bhakti means what you should take? Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti. Understand? This is a crystal clear. That means, so colorless Bhakti means, which is what? That one? That is Sakshat Bhakti. Okay? Now this Sakshat Bhakti will be becoming what? Colorful. When we have desires, or otherwise when we have space for in the heart, space for karma or understanding, then only it is becoming the colorful. Nirguna Bhakti is becoming colorful because of desires, or otherwise because of faith on the karma and jnana. So to make this colorless Bhakti as colorless, what you should do? Anyabhilasha sunyam jnana karma janavrutam. Then this is Suddha Bhakti. Okay? समझ में आया? कोई डिफिकल्टी? साधु? No. Abhilasha means particular abhilasha. Abhilasha means nature, no tendency or nature. So devotees, they should not have desiring of other things. Desirelessness they want, not the desires. Desirelessness is enough. You should not have desires. We say it's quite difficult actually, because sometimes devotees also may have simple desires. Like example, so Mother Draupadi. So when she was being disrobed, at that time she was praying, Lord, come and give me sari. This is material desire. If Rupa Goswami could have written Anyabhilasha Sunyam, if he could have written, then what will happen? Draupadi will be out from pure devotional service. अभी द्रौपदी माँ को हम लोग लाइन में रखना है. कभी-कभी out of suddenly some many desire may come. Such a great, so truck is coming and about to give a dash. Oh Krishna, save me! Like that, pure devotee may said. That means pure devotee means he should not ask anything for his body also, na? Anyabhilasha sunyam means anything you should not ask. But when you say Anyabhilasha sunyam, then it is giving you space to ask such a things which are that, but he doesn't have nature of asking some material opulence and enjoying. That nature is enough. Anyabhilasha, that is enough to be pure devotee.
Then Abhilasha means even we should not have a desire to ask.
Anyabhilasha, that means, so even if you ask sometimes one small desire, but he has the, what is the nature? His nature is not desiring. That is his nature. So even if you ask one or two times, then you cannot say that 10 మంది గొడుగేసుకుని వెళ్తుంటే ఒకడు గొడుగేసుకు వెళ్ళకపోతే ఏమంటాము? గొడుగేసుకుని అంటారా లేదా? ఎప్పుడు 365 రోజులు ఏం అడగడు, ఏదో ఒక రోజు అక్కడ అడిగితే వాడు అడిగేవాడు అంటావా? కాదు కదా. అట్లా Vishwanath is saying, I am not saying, I am not. This is Vishwanath's commentary on Anyabhilasha Sunyam. Why Abhilashita is there, he said. मेरा कोई स्पेकुलेशन नहीं. तो कलरफुल हो गया अभी हमारा. So mane here bhakti means sakshat bhakti. That is becoming colorful because of either desires or because of space for in your heart. If you give space for karma, other than bhakti process, if you give space for anything else, gone. So that means ekat means so ekena manasa. That's why pure devotion means if anywhere if you see ekena manasa bhakti means what is that? So the bhakti only because there is no space for the other desires, there is no space for karma and jnana. That means Anyavilas, that word Ekena Manasa is achieving the two things. Anyavilasa Sunyam and also Dhyana Karma Dhinam. So Acharyas give wonderful commentaries like this, Sarvatma, like that.
When we're doing Shuddha Bhakti, so we have the stage another level. So that means others are there. So another
Hey, you are intelligent. So Suddha Bhakti, you still in there some anarthas are there. So that is also answered by Rupa Goswami, Sarjiv Goswami is saying. At that Anartha's time also you have, because now you have Dhrita Shraddha, but because of Sukrita Dushkruta Anarthas which are there it's still, because Bhakti process will remove, with that confidence we came, even if the heart is not fully purified like in the case of Jnana Yoga. So these kind of, so enjoyment if he does because of Anarthas, at the time also he is worrying actually. He will feel Dukko Darkanscha Garhayan. Dainyatmik Bhakti is rising at that time also. There is no discontinuity of this Akshat Bhakti. Remembrance of the Lord is there at that time also. You will be thinking, अरे कैसा है तो कुत्ते की जीवन हो गया मेरा छी 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 इस प्रकार के एंजॉयमेंट के लिए मैं ये सब ऐसा एंजॉयमेंट करते ही अपने आप को गिरा हुआ समझता है या नहीं तो इसलिए उस समय भी वो दैन्यात्मिक बुद्धि होती है भक्ति रहती है दैन्यात्मिक भक्ति so but those will be stopped very soon but based upon that you cannot say that he is breaking Anyavilasha Sunyam. No, that is only just Anarthas. But Dhrishraddha means he is fully convinced to do service. And those desires also not sinful desires. Because he has, what is the meaning of Dhrishraddha? Shastrartha Vishwasa. Entry door itself is a very powerful door. उससे जाने के लिए इतना आसान नहीं. What is the meaning of Dhrishraddha? Shastrartha Vishwasa. Means full faith on the Shastric injunctions. Shastri is saying not to enjoy women, these are things. Parastri Gamana should not do. So that means you have Viswasa in that. So instructions means what? You will follow this, na? So you cannot go against this. But if you don't want to follow, then you don't have any Viswasa on this. Then you are not in this Bhakti track.
devotees and other states, they can also be categorized as
Where? Here. Here. Well, no, we cannot. Those anarthas are not major actually.
because they exist for a long time.
No, Baba. When you start this intensified bhakti, from bhajan kriya, sadhusanga, bhajan kriya, another which is happening within days actually. इस अंदर जा ही नहीं पाए इसीलिए इधर का बात में लिंज मुझे 4 hours 5 hours भक्ति से कुछ नहीं होगा भजन क्रिया हमारा 4 घंटा चलने में मुश्किल है 2 घंटा ही नहीं चलते उसमें भी बार बार अनेक मन में अनेक प्रकार की वृत्ति बैठा रहता है एक्चुअली ये भी चाहिए वो भी चाहिए ऐसा करना चाहिए कॉन्शियसनेस इज फुल ऑफ डिजायर्स एक्चुअली इसमें जाने पर कितना समय वेरी इजी
No, but sometimes said that the entire lifetime goes for another level.
to enter into the Suddha Bhakti itself it takes lifetimes.
For that times.
Huh?
That times.
Lifetimes, yes. एक शुद्ध भक्त बनाने से भी मेरा मिशन सफी है ऐसे प्रभुपाद बोले एक शुद्ध भक्त बनाने से भी हमारा मिशन सक्सेस we are all given the opportunity now we should serious and make this life रियल गोल है वो, तो उसको प्राप्त किए मैंने हो गया। क्या? अच्छा, चलो चलो चलो, नेक्स्ट श्लोक। अब एक 15 में छोड़ दूंगा, 110 और 110। विषयानभिसन्धाय यश ऐश्वरमेव वा अर्चादं वच्चयेद्यो इमां पृथग्भावं स राजसः। अच्छा, first of all, did you understand tamasi bhakti? Or we didn't discuss that. We don't. Devotional is executed by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is separatist. He is considered to be the mode of darkness. That means tamasa bhakta is considered as tamasa bhakta. So see here. Tamasim bhaktim lakshan. Okay. What he is doing the sankalpa with what? भक्ति करने के पहले संकल्प लेते हैं। क्या संकल्प लेते हैं? सो हिंसा, काटो, पीटो, दंभ, मैं सबसे बड़ा ग्रेट हूं, मात्सर्य, इनको इतना हो रहा है इससे सब नाश हो जाए, तो मात्सर्य माने जलस, संभ्रमी, सो दीज थिंग्स, संभ्रमी मीन्स संकल्प करना, पर फॉर हिंसा के लिए, दंभ के लिए, मात्सर्य के लिए संकल्प करना, संकल्प कर कर भिन्न दृक् मीन्स द वन हु सीज others, that means sees differently from his anger and others hunger, दूसरों का दुख को और अपना दुख को अलग अलग मानने वाले को भिन्न दृक् बोलते हैं। the one who sees the difference between his pain and others pain, यदि उनको दर्द हो तो वो सोचते हैं तो ठीक है चले, लेकिन उनको थोड़ा सा दर्द है तो like that, this भिन्न दृक्, ऐसा भिन्न दृक्, who has this भिन्न दृक् वाला, this person, so they do sankalpa, so out of pride, violence, and of the enviousness, and do the bhakti, so shravana kirtana rupa bhakti, so then that bhakti is becoming now black tamas. Black. Next example नहीं है भागवत, आप और हमको ले लो, वेणुगोपाल दास जी को कुछ लाइव एग्जाम्पल्स भी ले लो अब कभी कभी।
Sabuna Bhakti చేసే వాళ్ళందరూ they are all still worshiping the supreme personality of God in
Yes.
Not the demigods.
No. Demigods worship person, no point of bhakti. There is karma. Worshipping of demigods is considered as karma. That's different actually. Demigod worship is Ras Shraddha. That's different. वर्ड्स कभी भी हम लोग भ्रमित नहीं होना चाहिए। वर्ड का मीनिंग क्या है ये जानकर तभी जाकर आप कंक्लूड करना है। वर्ड्स बहुत जगह, तो श्रद्धा भक्ति रतिर अनुक्रमिष्यति, श्रद्धा रतिर भक्ति अनुक्रमिष्यति। श्रद्धा मीन्स व्हाट वी डू, आसक्ति। वर्ड से नहीं, गड़बड़ नहीं होगी। और एक एक आचार्य का वर्ड मीनिंग अलग अलग भी होता है और अलग अलग, सो भक्ति का वही सिद्धांतों को इन श्लोकों से कुछ एरिया को एक्सप्लोर करते हैं, और एक आचार्य इन श्लोकों से उसी एरिया कुछ भाग को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। समझ में आया? नेक्स्ट, विषयानभिसन्धाय यश ऐश्वर्यमेव वा Archadavarchayedyo mam pratakbhavassa rajasaha. The worship of deities in the temple by separatists with a motive for material enjoyment, fame and opulence is devotion in mode of passion. Fame and enjoyment. Worshipping Supreme Lord. Worshipping means what? Shravanam Kirtan. That is Nirguna. Sakshat Bhakti is Nirguna. Now these desires, for this sake you are doing that, then it is becoming Saguna. Lal Bhakti. Not Lal Bhakti, Lal Bhakti. Separatist means he also not seeing the other's pain as his pain. The one who sees others' pains as his pain, then he is not Vinnadruk, he is Abhinnadruk. Devotees are Abhinnadruk, Nirguna Bhaktas. So by seeing others' pain, immediately they get compassion and they give the relief from that. Pratak Matta Anyatra Vishayadishaya Swayasis. He can take here Pratak Bhava in another way. Pratak Bhava means here Vishwanath is saying Matta Anyatra Vishayadishaya Swayasis. That means Rasa Bhakta, he doesn't have desire in the Lord, but he has desire in the objects which are other than the Lord. He has desires for the objects other than the Lord. Pratak means other. Bhava means desire. Having desire in other things than whom? Than Lord. Like that you can take. Pratak bhava. Is it clear? Next story. This is important. Karma nirharamuddishya parasminva tadarpanam yad yajedyastavyamiti va pradabhavassa satvikaha. When a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from inbrities of fruitive activities, his devotion is in mode of goodness. Saped Bhakti. So here you see Karma Nirharam Uddishya Parasminva Tadarpanam Yajet Yastavyamitiva Pratak Bhava Sasatvikaha. Now we are discussing Satvika Bhakti. Rajasika Bhakti. So some material desires plus Sakshat Bhakti. So then this Nirguna Bhakti is tainted with this material desires, then it will become Rajasika. Tamasika Bhakti. So Himsa. So violence. So Damba, pride, and so on and so. With these bhavas, to fulfill these, with this sankalpa, with this violence, sankalpa out of violence and pride, and do the Sakshat Bhakti. This is Tamasika. Now Satvika Bhakti. So what? Karma Nirharaya means for liberation. For coming out from Nirhara means out. That means to come out from the Karma Bandhanam. Karma Nirharaya, what is being said here? You can see the translation. Karma niraharaya means what is said? Niraharaya means karma kshayam. So karma kshaya uddishya. So the bhakti is done for the sake of reducing the karma bandhan or finishing the karma bandhan. Yah ejet karma kshayo prayojanam. And what else is doing? Parasmin parameshware tadarpanam. So that's why this person is doing what he wants to come out from. He wants to come out from what? Karma, bandhanam. So that's why what he is doing. He is doing tadarpanam. That means that karma he is offering to parasmin means parameshware. He is doing the karma and whatever the karma he is doing that he is offering to the Lord. Plus what he is doing? Saksha Bhakti. Because he is doing the Sakshat Bhakti for sake of what? Karma Kshayartam. कर्म से कर्म बंधन से छुटकारा प्राप्त करने के लिए भक्ति कर रहे हैं, मैंने साक्षात भक्ति कर रहे हैं. अब जो भी कर्म करेगा उसको भी क्या कर रहे हैं वो भगवान को यहाँ कर दिया क्योंकि उनको चाहिए नहीं है ना. सो सच्चे भक्ति इज नोन एज व्हाट? सात्विक भक्ति. एंड आल्सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ भाव ही हैज? व्हाट भाव? नो नो पृथक भाव. So this pratak bhava means what you should take? Pratak means here pratak bhava means in the case of Rasi Bhakta pratak bhava means what you say take objects other than Krishna, desiring the objects other than Krishna. That is pratak bhava. Here pratak bhava means what you should take. So that means moksha is different from the bhakti. So such a bhava he has. So here bhaktehe pratak bhute mokshe bhava. So that means he is having the bhava in moksha, which is different from bhakti. What is meaning of here pratak bhava? So having bhava for moksha, which is different from bhakti. अभी सात्विक भक्ति कंडीशंस मैं नेक्स्ट पूछता हूँ 3 बजे आप लोग बोलना है, ठीक है? अभी इतना तक क्लास रोकेंगे. 3 o'clock will come. So a lot of discussion is there. Many things you'll be learning from this purpose. Many types of bhakti. बहुत सिंपल है. टाइप्स ऑफ भक्ति भी बहुत सिंपल है. सो जैसा कॉन्शियसनेस डिजायर्स प्लस फेथ ऑन द अदर थिंग्स एंड बेस्ड अपॉन दैट अन साक्षात भक्ति द टोटल इतना सीखने से सब कुछ हो जाएगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच. श्रील प्रभुपाद की. In this class now only Suresh Babu and Suraj, only 2 are there.